Up against LDLC. That's right, you believed and we deliver. First we started with Mouse Sports and Kingwin, and you're getting a little bit of a glimpse of just how some of that did play out. Seeing Chris J back in the Mouse Sports roster, Lowell was shutting down bodies, Oscar was back with the AWP in his hands. We got to see some deadly double AWPing towards the end of that. Not forgetting, of course, Mishu did put up a valiant effort. Kingwin, however, did lose both of those, and you saw it there in the standings during the break. Mouse Sports, 5 wins, 1 loss, top of the table currently. We'll see how long they can maintain that. Either way, though, Astralis versus LDLC continues. The battle started on Overpass, and it was a rather one-sided affair, 16-8, the 8 rounds, given our analysts here suggesting it was perhaps a bit generous. Either way, we do have Chad Birchall and Lawrence Scott joining us.
You're having a good time.
The rave is over.
It's over.
Have you ever been to a rave, Chad? You're a raver?
I think one of the after parties after like Cologne 2015, it was a bit of a ravey vibe. I remember Top Gun standing there with his backpack on, doing a bit of the muzz. The muzz is, I don't know if muzzing is.
The muzz is that thing, right? With the Ziz hands.
Yeah, he was loving it.
Fortunately, the camera didn't catch any of that.
That was so lucky.
Very happy they didn't do that.
I'd love a gif of that.
No, I'm not going to do it again. No. But I know how to muzz. Can you muzz?
You're trying to encourage it,
I'm not a muzzer.
But I'm sure you know how to.
I've watched videos on it. I don't have any rhythm.
I'll give you a beat. Ready?
I'm not gonna muzz.
Alex, give us a little taster.
A little. I'm not gonna do it. There's like arms involved.
There we go. There it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's good. Hey, Counter-Strike. Inferno coming up next. Now let's just get excited. Okay, we've talked about the matchups enough. Inferno, ladies and gentlemen. Lauren, you've been playing your ESEAs and your matchmakings. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah, what do you make of the new release? I mean, you've got to cast it a bit as well. Has there been too much of a kind of change in your playbook, especially towards the B side? What are you thinking?
No, I love it.
Yeah?
I still want the dust to settle. I think it's too early to see too much yet.
Okay.
I don't think teams have really found the balance as of yet either.
It's going to take a while.
Yeah, I don't like. I know a lot of people are going on about like Astralis, like, oh yeah, they look really good on this map. It's like, well, I know how much time they've put in, and it's not as much as people think yet. I know there's a couple of teams who put a lot of time into it, but people just still know the fundamentals to the map and can apply it. I want to see the kind of nuances. I want to see the niche plays coming out. That's what I'm looking forward to, but that's not now. That might slowly work in though.
You have to think back. The major was only, what, 3 weeks ago now? Yeah. And Dust 2 was still in then. That announcement's only come in after that. Obviously, teams wanted a bit of downtime after the major, but then they had to get stuck in for Vegas. Here we have some clips from Vegas where Zibnix gets an ace. It was quite nice.
And no one knows how no one peeked him on this ledge.
Yeah, I guess, you know, you have to work out ways how you're going to clear that or however you're going to make it. Me and Henry were doing that boost today.
It's a good
one.
Unsuccessfully.
Fun fact for you while we're talking of Astralis. I spoke to Dupree over on the sofa after his game. We were watching an Inferno game. Yeah. And he was like, you know, we've worked out a molly for that ledge.
Oh.
Yes.
Were you meant to say that?
I don't think that's a problem.
No, we don't know how the molly's thrown. We just know to look out for it.
A molly exists.
Yeah. But you know what is really exciting about LDLC?
Just wait for Dupree to mention, like, how dare you do this?
This is what's really exciting about LDLC in this map. Existence was one of the guys in the early days of Inferno. The old Inferno would come out with these super intricate executes. He came up with this really good one that we used to run on force buy rounds. Yep. They'd have some set smokes, and they'd actually do like a jungle wrap. You guys call it long or whatever you silly people from this part of the world call it.
Jungle?
You wrap around, because there used to be in 1.6 a big camo net. We called it jungle. Anyway, you wrap around, and there's lots of good flashes and stuff. Great timings. It was a strat which we stole and used successfully quite a lot. Also had some other executes from him. And that is exciting because he is in the server right now, and let's see what him and his boys have come up with.
Do you know what, just on the topic of Existence, do you remember that small period of time when, for some reason, Existence was fragging really well just before the roster disbanded?
It was like... It was super rare. That was like, I guess, a week or maybe 2 weeks of it. It was like, I just remember Dust 2 games where his like aggression actually paid off. He would pull his teams back in, which was really weird.
Who was he playing with? I'm trying to remember the roster.
It was like with the RPK lot.
Yeah, okay, fine.
If I recall correctly.
Before he was removed. And then he would continue to tweet to RPK after everything you've done. No, after everything I've done for you.
I'm sorry, but Existence was a really good Source player.
You have just loaded up a Source.
He amazed you. This is great.
He was very aggressive, especially the way he used to play Banana and stuff. He was part of that French team that made Source look like a good game.
Yeah.
It was amazing to see. But yeah, let's see what innovation he's got for us today.
I mean, I would assume, you know, you're the topic of Kingwin when you say, oh, they had time to innovate. The same applies for LDLC.
I guess they just have that one roster change, which might hurt them a little bit going into that. But I guess they still would have had the basis for it there. If you're a smart team, you must have known this was coming for a very long time, right? You didn't know what map was necessarily going out if you maybe had your eyes closed and were living in a closet, but you knew what map was coming in. And if you hadn't done a little bit of research on it, hadn't been playing your ESEA and that kind of stuff to be learning how you're going to approach the map, then you've been doing it wrong.
You've been doing it wrong. Closing thoughts from you, Lauren.
I just want to look out to see if dupreeh keeps this aggressive stuff up. If you looked at him during Vegas, he loves running down mid now. Like, he has a smoke that allows him to do a lot of things. They worked out ways for him to be aggressive, which I think is quite a nice touch. I don't know if the banana aggression is going to come out this time. They were like kind of that double molly sort of effect there, but again, you can't necessarily do that as much anymore. But still, I think there's a lot to be seen from aggression now coming up on this map, and I think you'll punish LDLC a little bit.
Aggressive dupreeh and existence innovation are two things to keep your eyes out for as we head into Inferno. We're going to go ahead and watch this frag movie, and you guys can turn your attention to the casters.
Look
it's
out
Henry
for that
G
Molotov.
and Sadakis, and watch out for that Molotov.
What Molotov was that, Alex?
The one he wasn't supposed to talk about. Secretly.
Right, saving strats for the minor. Yeah, listen, it's
okay.
It is what it is. dupreeh said it. Someone was going to figure it out eventually. Teams know it exists. We'll see now if they implement it or not in this game, or if they need to in this game against LDLC.
Matthew, I've got a question for you. You seem to be having comments today on how maps should be changed and what which direction should be going in. Are you happy with Inferno at the moment?
No, I'm not actually. Right. I want the bell towers back. I think you should have a backdoor entrance into B. I would get rid of mid altogether, make it alt mid with apartments that you have to pay rent for.
Right.
And then I would be happy.
I think you've made front page of Reddit again. You've done it.
Thank you.
Perfect. I agree with all those improvements to the map. Well then, let's get into it, shall we? It's going to be aggressive play. Good flashbangs as well. That's so perfect from the CTs. dupreeh wants a little bit more out of this as well, and the first 2 kills come in for that double D combo, but it's going to be dupreeh staying alive and is nailing absolutely everything.
That's so confident.
Not the knife!
That's amazing, dupreeh. That's so confident that they go for that flash. Do you think they'd do that if it was an LDLC, or is that just a play that they're trying to show off early?
No, that's actually, like, that's a classic kind of...
It is, but like... It's kind of a one-trick pony.
No, absolutely. It's like there's nothing like new or innovative, but like when it pays off like that, and the flash is so good, all 5 players in second middle blind, you can't help but love to watch. And why not keep going for that aggression? They've already battered them on the first map, and they know they're going to be much stronger as a team on this one. We've seen how good they can be on Inferno, and yeah, here we go then. Second round comes in, no plan for LDLC. And it's going to be UMPs, M4s, and this boost coming in. A lot of teams doing this right now. You use that smoke from CT spawn, boost up behind the broken wall, and he's trying to get the first pick and fall back and having that smoke to cover you there. And you can actually leave one player standing in that position as well. Zebek's looking to find a kill here. Flashed off for now, but more than happy to stay in this position. Ooh.
Pixel back away. One of the interesting things we had to see in Vegas, careful existence not to fire in the back of your teammate's head, was how people jostled up for position in Banana. It doesn't seem quite so easy to get Banana control, despite that it's much more open. So the initial thought would have been that you could do so. Meanwhile, Device and dupreeh going to double D it over toward Diggity.
Are we going with Diggity?
We're going with Diggity. It's the double D at Diggity.
I can't call it that. It has to be quad.
Well, I'm not going to call it that anymore, Henry. Just so you know. Miss2 takes down Device, could play to start it, but dupreeh has 2 walk in the same direction, relatively close together. That's easy enough for him to reset his aim, but Alex does put him down in the end. However, it's only Alex remaining with the upgrade to the M4, tries to isolate 1 inside a pit, can't do it. And they're able to take him down. They lose 2 in the process. Look back at the pistol.
So blind, look at them all. Just hiding in the corner. You know the round's done at that point, and dupreeh, what an amazing round that was. Finishes off with a knife as well. I'm not even sure that happened. He runs in, he assumes dupreeh's falling back. Maniac. A little bit of a sad way to finish the round off there. dupreeh, 6 for 1 at the moment, 273 ADR. Don't read too much into that. Obviously, after 2 rounds, doesn't really mean too much. Full eco for now, and of course, it's aggressive play towards middle. Kiabi, are we finding that first frag? That's all we'll get, and this is actually falling apart. This is pretty much a full eco for the terrorist side, and they've managed to pick up 3 kills.
Device will go again. Oh, get dinked. Get away. And he's going to get trapped in because they've gone underpass to get him behind him. It's existence down toward bottom of alt mid. Glaive has to show up with an M4.
Astralis were doing this a lot in Vegas. When they knew it was going to be instant eco, they'd just run down there, especially dupreeh. And you can see LDLC seem to be wary of it at least. Using those PT50s and actually got themselves in a winnable situation. Device down to 11 HP, but he's got a very good position. Oh, this is so perfect. Good night, existence. And falling back for that kill as well, and Glaive brings it back to the 2v1. So what could have been and still could be, to be fair, for Maniac. They're both low HP, and Glaive will be going towards the B-bomb site. I'm going to say Maniac's almost guaranteed a plant at this point. I don't think Glaive will be facing at the right time. It's going to... Oh, yeah, there it is. Barn comes in, and he goes for the fake. Wants the victory. The glory.
Casket plants, former grill. Back toward Emo. Gonna stay open pillar, leaves him slightly exposed, has to play the angle perfectly. And Maniac is now spotted in the back lines. Oh, Device. Not another step forward. 11 HP and a Molotov down in front of him. A kid on either player. Glaive's gonna hold up, but Device finds it with the FAMAS. And in they go. Oh, careful! Glaive, he's only got 3 HP.
He kissed him better, don't worry. It's all fine.
It's not fine. That is disgusting and disgraceful.
3-0. LDLC, you'd assume they had more weaponry than Glocks and PT-50s, but Astralis getting very aggressive there, almost costing the round. And Maniac did a good job to get the bomb down and a boost there. Coffer's going into this one, but unfortunately couldn't find the round of victory. I thought that incendiary might just do it, but Device biding his time. Like you said, both players had kits. And oh, little run boost there. That's got a lot of speed going. Zipex might commit to this. Decides not to. Flashbang looks decent. That's just designed to hold off any T's rushing in.
Counter Molotov, though, he's between two. He has to actually commit to the top of the position. Thankfully for him, it's top mid where the pressure gets applied instead.
Well, towards the top of middle, that's where LDLC will be focusing their efforts. CT teams, famously Inferno, more than happy to allow this to subside and get that mid control, but on the other side of the map, it's going to be Mistu going down from that aggression. I spotted the start of the round from Zipex, and he drops a smoke from the teammate as well, and manages to get back 5 on 4, and this one's going to be very difficult to recover now. But like I said, mid control gained. Just need to work out what the next step going forward is here. But Device, he's hungry for a frag. Going towards middle, they might just walk into his crosshair for him. He won't have to work too hard for this one. There it is, but he's going to do well to stay alive there.
Yeah, very well to stay alive at Diggity, as it's officially known. Dupree backing off. There is no roofing, much like there shouldn't be on the B tunnels on Dust. On that archway now, so you can flash out from it, Dupree. Rotates around instead, though, to cover off the housing of books. Kirby's got a FAMAS inside of this pit position, which is very open in relation to how it used to appear, but he's still able to swing wide enough and catch off Twanu. Well, goes back and forth, but still its existence lasts alive. Steps up to find one, and then it's Sipnix to immediately trade it.
A little bit interesting, though. 4-0. And you can hear Matthew in the background arguing with the producers whether Diggity is a thing.
It's the whole map is Diggity. I've just decided to narrow it down for everyone.
Fair enough. Well, 5-0, nothing. Well, the existence made it a little bit interesting towards the end there, but it was Device shutting them out of the round after Zipex's aggression towards the bottom of Banana. AWP still for that aforementioned player. Oh, I thought he was going to nail that shot. It's a really scary peak to actually take on this map now. The T's actually have a bit of an advantage in that Vietnam area, but Alex, he goes down first, and Kiabi almost guaranteed the kill here. There it is. Maniac drops as well. The thing is, right, so Maniac's only just come into this team. You've got 7 maps to play. Is Inferno, I guess, is an underdog sort of team. Maybe there is a map to concentrate on. It's a map for something to play right now, but how much work could they have done on it in the last week in these joins?
It's absolutely a relevant question.
Yeah.
How much work can you put into it, period, for any team at this point in time? Obviously, Astralis and the lads would have played it immediately after the major was finished, but even then, a lot of them are busy. Nice shot, Existence. Still has 4 more to find in a similar fashion. Device will rotate the op in position 5-0 Astralis. Guns to come back up from LDLC. And not many bomb plants to speak of aside from the one round where Maniac, I was about to say Existence, you're right, Maniac, excuse me, almost pulled it back.
I could see you about to fall there, and I caught you as usual.
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't.
Wait, you want to fall to your death?
Truthfully, I'm jumping to get rid of you.
Fair enough. This run boost seems to work every time. This is so sick. Is that like I'm hoping that's intentional? They kind of stand like that, so one player can get boosted like that. It's actually kind of good to watch.
Incidental, like out of Dust 2 spawn with the ramp. Yeah, it could be. Device being very dynamic on this AWP goes toward apartments. Much wider hallway this time. Can't land the second shot. Smokes off the Molotov.
They're brave.
And backs away. Very brave as Maniac. He's a maniac.
Yeah, I guess, or maybe a psychopath. Who knows?
Maybe both.
Yeah. Okay then. Well, almost being taken down there. Maniac tries to get the frag back in their favor. And this boost coming out, I actually really like this on top of this broken wall, using that smoke. It's going to be very difficult to spot Zipex, and actually gives them a lovely angle to work with there. 5-on-3, and Twanu, he's got his work cut out for him. The CT don't have to do too much here. Bomb down towards middle. Don't necessarily have to change the rotations at all. It's a 5 versus 3. And that pallet position, you guys are telling me about this in Vegas as well, discussing it with us. The pallet position is actually ridiculous how strong it can be in some situations.
Existence gets Device back.
Ooh.
I'm curious to see how that does develop, if there are any nuances that get changed. I'm also curious to see, do you remember the G-Bots boost, this Maniac? I don't really need to talk much into that. Do you remember, I don't think it is looking from that perspective. Do you remember the boost behind the pillar at Quad? And you could see underneath the roof? I think it was G-Bots that did it in Barcelona. And
oh,
you
yeah, I
could
remember
see
exactly
through, not that boost, Rushley.
Yeah. No.
That one does exist. But over toward Quad, if you go behind the first pillar, you
like
can see underneath.
There's almost like a
pixel
bug,
gap. Yeah.
Wow. That certainly doesn't exist anymore, but I know exactly when you... Nova shotgun comes down the T side of Inferno. All right then, Mistu. When all else fails...
Where is he? Is he the one in alt middle right now? Because that would be impressive. He's just, no, it's Maniac. Okay, I saw him. It's Mistu down at the bottom mid. If he had just ran up with the knife with the shotgun, got inside Boiler, I would have been like, this guy's my favorite.
I have no idea where he's getting this one. You'd have a Tech 9 all day long over this horrendous shotgun on the T side as well. So much damage being inflicted there.
Listen.
What?
It's a nice shotgun.
It's awful.
You're right, it is pretty awful.
It's like the only shotguns that are viable is the Max 7 and sometimes the auto shotgun. They're very rare to see the Nova these days. It was prevalent in the early CSGO days, but not anymore.
The sawed-off was fun for a while.
For one player on one map.
Still fun.
Yeah.
Zipix flashed off, has the boost in play. They've gone underneath of him, but they haven't caught his vision. Gets blinded, drops into the smoke, finds Twanu, and that leaves him alive to wrap around, catch out Alex as he ran through the chapel. Not even God could save him. Existence in a 1 versus 5, make it a 1 versus 3. Glaive's on 1 HP, and he himself is only on 12. Bomb down inside of the site. Device ready to catch him.
7-0. It's still very unclear in terms of like my analysis. I can't really give you too much insight into whether this is like a really CT-sided map or a T-sided map. No one knows. That's the problem. We're just excited to see how it unfolds. I'm kind of taking notes mentally every time I watch this game and kind of seeing what the interesting strategies are and where I think the map's going to be going towards. I've only cast 2 games on this so far. It's very difficult to tell, but it's certainly looking like Astralis. I've done a lot of homework on this so far. I'd say it's fair to say they're one of the strongest teams on this map. As we get into it, it's going to be Device to rattle off a shot towards T-steps there, and some damage being inflicted. I don't think it was by him. I think it was from nades towards Banana that Mistu runs in towards, and this is almost certainly going to be an 8-0. But Maniac, decent positioning. Unfortunately, it goes down the other side.
Careful, Glaive, because he's run out of ammunition. Has to back off. Only has a deagle to do it, and Twanu capitalized. Nice shot, Maniac as well. Dupree down inside a Boiler. And it gives the man advantage finally to an LDLC team that's been blanked thus far. Maniac's trying to hold Device in place as well on the A side of the map as the other two. We sweep in behind. Love the look of this cobblestone. Steps toward Banana. They sweep in behind at B. It's Zipix smoked off, held out. And an immediate default plant from Twanu as Device gets closer on the AWP. 2 players over toward Banana position, but an immediate boost. Zipix finds one, they trade it well. Zipix the one with the kill and a flash in. Throw the op as well. All right, Device grab the M4. Second flash works, but traded. Maniac has the line.
Just about works out for them there. The partial buy into that round.
It's only 1 player staying alive.
But there was a partial buy.
Still, it is a reset potential. They've got to reinvest it. Thankfully, it was the op they saved.
Yeah, so they do have residual cash, but still becomes an issue. You can see that Twanu's got 3,400 on top, and let's see what happens. I've never heard that in Ghost.
I've never heard that ever.
Okay. Is there
That
a
is
ghost in the
just
machine?
feathers and bones. I feel like Rushley did that. That's all Rushley. Device takes down Twanu. Good start from top mid. We didn't see much of this at the major. Not a lot of people peeking in this position.
It's because
or not the major, I say. Excuse me.
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Vietnam's so strong now. It's a really difficult angle because the T's can actually have a lot of movement inside it. They don't have to crouch. They'd be hidden. They can actually run around inside it. It's actually kind of sick. But Device, he's also sick as he finds his second kill into this round. Like you said, it would be a little bit devastating to pick up that last one and get completely shut down here. They will be just about by into the next round, but it'll be very poor. A couple of Tech 9s thrown into the mix.
Alex. Gonna rotate around over toward apartments. Instead, has bomb in hand. 5 players still up on the Astralis side, and they've got to act quick. Device, you said that's a powerful position. I certainly don't disagree, but he's certainly got the accuracy to find Existence and pushing out. Zipix Gets taken down by Miss2. It's all to Alex. 45 seconds, and there's no bedroom to cower and sit inside of. Walled as well by Device. That's quite pretty. Does pick up 1 kill, but that just signals to warn the others. And Device did hit the wall bag. That's actually incredible. I want to see that from his perspective if possible.
Yeah, he's looking like he's taken to this map like a fish to water. 15-5 after 9 rounds. That's kind of nuts. And as we go into this one, LDLC, like I said, they can buy into this one. They have an AWP. I'm interested to see why he wouldn't drop a Khalil over and maybe take one of those weapons himself. They're extremely limited. Twanu has to go mad with this AWP and go toe-to-toe with Device. He seems to be hitting every single shot right now. I don't think it's going to work out for them, but he gets given an opportunity. Can't nail the shot, though.
Camp tries. Meanwhile, Dupree takes down Maniac, backs away immediately. It leads Device with a quick switch to find another nice reaction. Lightning fast as he gets Alex. Scopes in, snaps to the right, leaves 3 alive again for LDLC. Things potentially go from bad to worse, potentially 9-1. Astralis have a lot to do to hold off that scoreline. Or rather, excuse me, LDLC have a lot to do. Astralis not much, but he's going to kill 3 more, which they could start right now. Device.
Most players are full back right now, but he's just like, you know what?
It's this game, in this scenario, he's just having fun. It's interesting the way it kind of glitched its angle. Does tag up Miss2 off the bottom of that lampshade that's outside of the doorway. The street light, if you will, Dupree. He finds one more in Twanu. It's now down to 2 remaining, and they're both in teens of HP. 17 and 15 and less now for existence.
9-1 will be the scoreline. Miss2 can't really do much in this situation. We can pick up that fallen AWP. That could be interesting, but I don't think it's going to happen. He's now stuck. We used to call this position Romeo. I don't know what you used to call this. Matt, did you ever call it that?
No, I don't believe in romance.
Fair enough. I don't know why we called it that, but...
Because you're below the window, so you'd yell up Romeo or Juliet.
Oh, yeah.
Juliet.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense,
Yeah,
because
whatever.
it's like this area specifically we're looking right now. But yeah, it kind of is beneath the balcony, so maybe
Yeah,
it does work.
I imagine that's probably why.
But
Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo?
we've got a pause coming in.
And I imagine this is going to be a tactical, excuse me. You know what I mean. Maybe it is technical.
We haven't nailed that one.
Hang on. None of our mouses are working, and that's why it's technical. It's tactical, obviously.
Okay.
Bring back the bell tower.
I'm not sure. Is the belt that one? Is that still there?
None of the bells are there.
Okay. They were driving you crazy.
Spawn bells are gone. There's an homage to them with a painting on the wall and an X-Snowboard.
Oh, we're going to check.
It was there in the very first version that was released of the new map, and then they removed the bell itself.
Are you a secret map designer?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, why?
I was just wondering. You seem to have a lot of...
Do you ever wonder who FMPONE is?
I did, actually, and I've never seen him before, so now I'm starting to
There you go.
wonder. That's why I love Cash so much.
Yeah, Cash is all right. Prefer Santorini.
Not your best work?
I prefer Santorini.
Yeah,
I mean, that's more
fair enough.
Sal's work. I don't want to take credit from him.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I would say I prefer Santorini. I need to widen it a little bit, make some of the rotation points longer, but I think we'll be there soon.
Didn't take off.
Working on a remake for Season as well. Going to make it so if you go through jail, it doesn't swing in a horseshoe. It just goes directly to the site, make rotations toward mid a lot faster. Make the vents potentially open. I'm not sure which side yet, in toward the jail position as well.
You ran with this a lot more than I thought you would, and I'm not sure why I'm surprised, but congratulations.
Why do you think I'm running with it?
9-1 LDLC. I don't think they could buy. Like we said, they seem to be focusing their pauses around so they should be eco here. It's a chance to kind of compose themselves, work what's going on. To be fair, like you said, Device is having fun. He's just running around the map and wrecking them. Zipx seems very good in that B side position. He plays B on most maps, to be fair. It's normally quite isolated bomb sites, and he can find 1 or 2 kills and be rotating the clutches as well. That's his bread and butter. But the map is Inferno. I'm sure a lot of you have not watched a lot of these games, especially high-level ones. We saw it maybe 3 or 4 times in Vegas. But yeah, like I said, full eco pretty much coming in. No Nova Shotguns this time, at least. No run boost either. So this is like their go-to strategy. They're not using that CT spawn spec at the start. Astralis, they're sending 3 players. Oh, that was kind of sick. Towards the actual initial approach, using the smoke in that point, and actually defending the rush, and then falling back. It kind of makes sense if you think about it. So that player can actually be part of the situation at the start, and then fall back, because it's very rare to rush towards A.
Oh, Device. Dualies, why not? Good backup to an op. Keep rushing, lads.
Just rush.
Take them all down. Existence will fall. The opening as well from that back palace, excuse me, the back apartments, the T-side apartments. Can you smoke over top from there into the site?
Say again, which one?
So where we just saw the kill happen?
Oh, you can certainly smoke. You can't do it as deep as you used to. You can like just about.
Because you can't. Well, before you were in an apartment there, so you couldn't at all.
Yeah.
There's no roof on that last little bit of the alleyway. I'm wondering
Chad
if
said
you
we've been
can.
playing this map the last few days. I haven't played enough of it to do all this.
I remember Chad finding some flashes and stuff, but I don't particularly.
But that's the
remember
thing.
that
I played it
spot.
a lot when they first came out. This one, I know they've patched it a lot, so I don't want to comment and say some stuff's still possible. We're going to play it more tomorrow. Chad and I are on the comeback, and we'll work it out for you. We'll go over the smokes tomorrow and make sure we're ready for next week.
We will. You will. I will watch you as I'm doing
You haven't got involved yet.
the account. You know, I'm not showing up until I need to, you know?
Here we go. Something to work at. Dupree, why is he
That's just them taking the piss at this point. I honestly feel like he just
Yeah.
goes down toward mid and gets caught out. So that'll at least force the other four to play more
Like, the
responsibly.
thing is, like, if you had someone
Or
with him,
not.
it makes sense. But here we go then. Everyone facing, it seems, and Twanu, he'll find the first frag. It's going to be Mistook getting the AWP, locking down the B side as well, and nails that shot. This round surely going in their favor. And like I said, this pallet position has been quite interesting. It's a very unpredictable angle to go up against, and Glaive will be waiting the other side, and Alex seems to be ready for it. He's waiting for that smoke to go down. So he jumps off his Glaive, and Alex surely going to be punishing him at this point as soon as the smoke goes, but he's actually got out of there like a ninja.
He's definitely pushing away from the site toward B. Ooh, nice shot, Mistook. It's Kirby to go down, and Glaive 1 versus 4. LDLC might pick up at least another round to work with on the T side. And that's done and dusted as Mistook lines up Glaive, immediately walking back in. So quite a nice open gap as well from that chapel position towards CT spawn. It's not like it used to be where the truck was immediately in front and you kind of had to expose yourself as well as take the shot. It's actually a decent lineup, I have to say.
Wow. So what is decent? How does he find in the second round? They can get 10-5 here, maybe 11-4. It's still possible. The thing is, Astralis going to the T side, it's not like it used to be. It's not like, oh, it's definitely going to be a CD-sided affair if you get 4 rounds.
I agree.
Yeah, so 3 towards B once again. Maybe this is the way this map is going. It seems like Astralis is very confident to do that. And Maniac stepping up this time. He gets 2 kills, but it's still Dupree holding strong towards this side of the map. Like we said, 3 players to deny these rushes. But so far, so good for LDLC. They can pick up round number 3 here, and Alex finds a perfect opportunity to get towards the A side of the map. The bomb's not there, though. So he'll be calling everyone's rotating towards B. So watch the mini-map right now. It's a perfect time to bring it up. No one will be finding a frag at this point, but Alex, he could actually get in towards Graveyard. He chooses the pit for now, and as the rotating CTs come back, they'll have no idea he's here. He should win the round single-handedly. Don't have to pull the trigger here, Alex. Okay, he decides to do it. Could have actually waited a little bit longer and had a bit more of a wider opportunity. To be fair, I don't think he would have got another one, so that's absolutely fine.
Smoke goes down as well from his position inside of the pit to hold it off. Existence hits Kirby. That should secure a 3rd round for LDLC because Dupree, he's got to rotate all the way from A, or excuse me, from B, but watch the bomb. It's still at the bottom of mid, and Existence going down. He could catch it. 20, I think, is just barely going to make it around the corner. And thankfully for the smoke at the top of middle because Dupree may have been able to capitalize. So rushing up through the smoke, he's going to be greeted. Oh, by the cubby. Good positioning from Alex. Knew exactly where he was coming from and got in there accordingly.
Well, a change of pace for LDLC. The default's not really working out for them. Rush towards B. And they managed to challenge that 3-man stack that Astralis have been deploying so far. They've actually broken the economy. 10-5 is actually still possible. So it's actually looking pretty promising now as we go into round number 14. Twanu with the AWP. He's only got 3 kills so far, though, so hoping to have some impact this round. Double Zeus for the CTs, Dupree and Device, trying to get the job done with the taser.
I don't mind it. I think they're having a little bit of fun tonight.
Yeah, lots of tight choke points to go towards an Inferno.
Kirby's got to be careful because Kirby is looking to get in with his teammate. They've walked up mid. No one has eyes on it. They're going to spot him immediately. And all too easy for them as they look to try and push in toward the library position. Smokes off both in Arch and in library. Mistook catches Glaive on the flank. Takes a dink through the smoke, but manages to turn to catch Dupree. And Astralis now giving up rounds, I think. Admittedly, yes, with pistols, but didn't really check mid or even consider the possibility that they would just waltz in. And Alex makes no mistake finding Zipix. What say you, Device? Glaive, or excuse me, Device with Zeus. Gets taken down. I really wanted that to work. Just for Rushley's sake. What do you think of those knee pads? You've got a set just like that, don't you?
Haven't used them in a while. They're still in the cupboard. But this is a new SAS model that was brought out for Inferno. It looks quite beautiful, I have to say. And there's a nice little rotation. You can see all the glorious additions to
I don't like that flag on the shoulder, though.
Nope, it's Her Majesty's troops. It has to be there.
Oh, I see.
The finest soldiers in the world.
That's why they're so terrible.
Winning 10.
Well, that's just because the Danes are controlling them. Backing off, quick drop nade. Doesn't really do much damage. Tries to procure the life of Zipix, but meanwhile, Alex will start to work out from apartments. If he had gone then, that could have worked. That smoke, not quite. I think he intended that to bounce down.
Okay, he gets away with it, right? So.
Yeah, he does. And now Kirby knows he's inside of the pit. How do they approach the situation? Because they've essentially walked away from this ground toward the quad angle. And Alex will start it off well. Maniac follows up. This could be a 5th round from LDLC. Especially with Glaive removed on B. 2 players have been in approaching him, and the bomb still down at bottom of the middle. With it all to play for in 1 and 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, they should be 10-5, all things considered, but Glaive is waiting towards the side of the map, and they are starting to miss a couple of shots here. He certainly can step up in these sort of scenarios, gets one, but takes too much damage from existence there. Mystery finishes him off, and that should be round over. Zipex doesn't really have much to work with here.
Dupree's pulling a Sadokist.
What is that?
I just got a tweet from him.
What does that mean?
Well, he's playing the game, and he's tweeting.
Oh, right. Okay, what did the tweet say out of interest?
He just said, okay, with a smiley face, because he was talking about the argument we were having about B.
Oh, you guys started falling out?
Oh, there it is. Not a falling out. He just disagreed that B was needed to be adjusted. He thinks it's challenging enough. 10-5, though, the score.
It's got a passive-aggressive tweet, though, isn't it? Okay, smiley face.
Well, that was actually to someone else, but I was involved in it.
Anyway, 10-5, and we will take a quick break here. Great stuff from Astralis, but LDLC, they are fighting back.
It started off with a bang, a flashbang, and a fast push down toward alt middle. Dupree and Device converging for most of the kills. Device's life was lost, but it didn't matter, yes, because this happened. The knife gets shanked, LDLC, but they fight back at the end and they pick up 5 rounds.
To be fair, Astralis, I'm not going to use the word cocky, but you know what I mean when it gets to that point. A little bit too overconfident, I would say, in some scenarios, rushing down middle, giving their kills away for free. And LDLC will take those kills all day long.
They haven't gone full nip crab walk yet.
Well, crouching all 5 down middle with like powers and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look at that, Matthew.
That's the shot. You know, production was going insane about this, and I have to say, it is beautiful. I would like to go for a swim in that lovely murky water.
It's a bit green.
It's fine. Look, you don't think about it. Keep your mouth closed, plug your nose, everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine. Well, we'll start exploring this area of the map.
How do you think Michael Phelps got so fast? That's where he trained.
in that specific stream.
That's
Okay.
the one.
Fair enough. Well, it's producing electricity for the map, I believe, as well, with that little water wheel there.
Is it, or is that actually creating? I'm doubting it. First and foremost, the cups for the water are facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, I think you're right. That doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, the architecture on that does not make any sense. It's supposed to take the water with it for the weight factor, but that doesn't. It's fine. Way to go, Valve.
We are into this one. I can't say what they've got because it's not on my screen, but we're going to assume they've got, there it is. Got some smokes and flashbangs and 4 sets of armor as well. Astralis to pick this up, I would say that's GG. If LDLC manage to do it, 5 sets of armor, quite a French buy. We'll see whether they can actually make this an interesting one. We're on a CD sided now. For a team that's not really prepared, that's certainly going to be the easier side in terms of just choosing your map, choosing your position on the map, and then working together in terms of crossfires. And Existence who playing very well so far. Maybe he can continue that form in this big round for them.
Device, Glocks in hand. You do have a flashbang in the form of Glaive. There is a way to throw that from the right through these arches and pop out toward the pit. But Glaive is not nearby. He's at the top of middle. Instead, it's going to be Miss2 that spots. Ooh, the Adren style smoke that lands on top of the bales. Nice shot, Miss2. Device goes down, so does Dupree. He's looking for Zippix, and he might just find it as well. Switches his attention toward the quad. Not quite to beat, as Alex will fall as well. Kirby is also pushed up in front of Library. That'll cut off rotation, so they just have to watch the quad position. Nice shot, Twanu. I didn't see that coming as he just steps in. Did it scare you?
Yeah.
I'll hold you, don't worry. Glaive, he'll stay inside of the site. Can't rotate away from it. Bomb's not yet planted either. Zippix, he's stuck inside a pit with it. 29 seconds, tries to throw it. That is a horrible throw, I have to say. And Glaive just barely gets to it, but he's tagged at 16. Run to safety. And he taps it, fakes it. It's not going to help him at all. In fact, this round over, I'm afraid. LDLC, they have a chance to make this 10-8 off the back of this, especially if Glaive doesn't get a bomb plant down. As he pushes forward, should be spotted by Moto, can't yet. Looks for Existence, Maniac capitalizes. The 2 experienced members went out the round.
Miss2 there, managing to hold the balcony area. You can see the approach from Astralis using that smoke from the second mid area, managing to land on top of the hay bales. Once you do that, flashbang over, hoping your teammates can actually do something with that. But Miss2 in the pit, he's not buying it at all. He manages to mow them down. And it's going to be 2 kills for him. Glaive, I think he should have got the bomb down the scenario. He got a headshot as well, and it seemed like they knew exactly where they were. Guaranteed the bomb plant, but didn't work out in that fashion. Tech9 by across the board, and Maniac. Well, this could work against him. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this boost right now, but it works out. Existence get the first frag. He said he's playing well at the moment, and he manages to take down Kiabi and do some decent damage towards Dupree as well. He shoots off his weapon in frustration, perhaps, as he falls back.
Zippix wants to bust out with the Tech9.
Is that how you talk?
Yeah, it's just how the gun, you know, it brings it at me. Lana uses a Tech9 in Archer.
Right, okay.
She makes it look much better than Zippix does. And Alex is breaking the studio as Zippix waits toward the balcony. That's not the appropriate sign language I was looking for, Alex. Speaking of Alex, he's got a UMP. He's walking from Library, but backs off with no further presence, no further aggression from Astralis on the A site. Instead, they're going to head back over toward Banana, which is getting some aggression in itself. Maniac, ooh, tagged as well, dinked. At top of barrels, the former car position. And they'll go for the boost. Do they have a Molotov? Are we going to see it now? Not quite. They don't.
So at this point, you can see that one player. It's going to be Zippix towards the A side of the map. Throws a smoke in front of the pit, trying to stop the rotations. There are 3 players towards there right now. Maniac doesn't have the best weapon for this sort of situation. He does land the headshot, though, and Existence shut down. That could be it, as Zippix, he finds one on the other side of the map as well. Maniac desperately trying to hold on, but he only has 12 HP. Bomb plant coming in with 10 seconds to spare.
And down it goes for Glaive. Tech9 still to work with, nearly catching out Glaive with the spray down through God's windows. As Alex will put out a decoy. It's very useful, I have to say, because there's a crossfire set. 3 players to find. He finds the first without getting a repeat. What is that? Alex, that is a lot of money and a phenomenal job to look all 3 angles. Give him the defuse. He deserves it. Well done, lad.
Very well done. Alex showing his British spirit there, managing to spray down 3 players with the
He's
UMP.
French, I'm afraid, Henry.
Oh, look at his passport. It says
He
British.
might be Belgian. Is
Alex
he?
is British.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Sorry. I thought he was the one they said was Belgian on the desk.
No, that's 20.
God, I'm so upset that he's British. Carry on.
I wasn't really making a point. I just wanted to crowbar that in. But Device and Co managed to get the bomb down there. It looked like a very promising round for them. Alex, he manages to mow them down with the UMP. As we go into round number 3, it should be a full eco at this point. Astralis managing to get the bomb down, so they'll have a decent buy going to the next one. Grenades at the top. Grenades are so prevalent towards Banana now. Such an important part of the game. Some instances you wouldn't be that bothered to buy them on a lot of maps, but they're actually so cool on Inferno. It's actually quite useful. But there's a nice little shot from Device. He takes that Maniac. Bomb down, though. Not really much you can do with this round. Zipek's trying to wait for the rotations here, but Alex is snuck through the Romeo door.
He's going to start to push down and toward the underpass as well. And Device may not spot this incoming, but he's backed away instead. So no MP9 kills to get aggressive inside of middle. Zipex is on his own, far removed from Device, who's at the bottom of both middles, covering off ult. And now going toward T-stairs. Alex has elected to back away without information. Probably smart to do so.
Well, they've got the M4 in hands of Zipex now, so with a minute to play with, they can find any kills. Maybe they can actually have a chance here, but unfortunately, Mistu does find Zipex. And that will be the 4 versus 1 for Device.
Device needs to hit shots, can't do it. Alex there. We'll get yet another kill to make it 10-8. Now the guns come up for Astralis, and they've got to start thinking that they may have gone a little too far in the first half. They need to tidy it up now.
Yeah, well, that's a 3-0 for LDLC. Maniac, 13 kills. He is recovering from what was quite a quiet performance in the first half. As we get into Astralis now, 5 AKs, no AWP for Device, and seems like a lot of... Okay, so this is more traditional. So this is not what Astralis are doing. That smoke goes towards the top of Banana, allows you to have the boost if you want to, and also you obviously have 2 smokes remaining for the CT side as well. So he falls back, and that means that's what we used to see in CT spawn, where you could throw it as an A player, and you'd still be towards A, but you have to be a little bit more committed now. But it's still pretty much the same thing, you know? You can't throw it as deep.
Dupree will wait inside a boiler, already having gained that position, getting the top of all mid. And Zipex will play alongside of him inside of the apartments as well. What they don't have from the CT perspective is anyone at quad, where Dupree's just flashed, to hold that position. In fact, solo to hold top mid is Mistu. He's not peeked yet, but I believe there's a smoke off. In fact, there is, so he can't necessarily peek back and return, which gives them a bit of space on the map to work with. Dupree's got a nifty little spot on top of a pallet, but for what? If they wrap around, sure, he's got a different angle, but he's got to capitalize on Twanu. He gets back around the corner and all the way inside of the site. Dupree can't get there in time. Mistu steps out, Glaive. He burns one alive, but Existence, I should say, also finds a kill. It's Astralis that need the next, and they'll get it. Baiting in Kierby with a nice shoulder peek, but Existence inside of the site has only Kierby to worry about. 1 versus 2 and 13 HP. Does have bomb, 32 seconds.
Existence using that new box to great effect. That Kiabi now up against it. Maniac should take him down. Quite an easy kill as that round comes in favor of LDLC, and then come in within 1 of closing this, well, closing the gap, I should say.
And the money's there to do it.
Yeah, that will be 10-10 on the CT side. Considering what we know of this map, I'd say they'd be in a very comfortable position going forward. As Twanu is on 7 for 14 right now, and I'd expect this to be a little partial investment from Astralis. Don't go all in. Be a maximum loss bonus after this one, so Tech9's Deagles and Alex looking to get a little bit aggressive here. Might face in towards CT second mid, I should say, not CT spawn. It's getting late. There's Mistu. Oh, he's just snuck all the way down towards bottom of mid, but Device finds the first headshot. There we go.
Decent shots, but a huge miss in the end. He doesn't land it in time, and Kierby gets the better of Mistu. You would have thought. Easy picking. And this is not the round that LDLC were looking for. Down 2 men early. Device nearly spots up another headshot inside of the B site. They're divided. It's only Maniac that remains. Plays the smoke to his advantage. Spars off with 1, looks for a second, and they'll back off. They can't afford to bring this back level, but they get Alex. And that's going to force a full rotation and a great call immediately from Astralis. They've already taken the bomb back down Banana. It'll go to the A site. And all they have to do is let Device hold them on the B side. And he has a deagle to do it. It's not the worst loss. Smoke dissolves. He'll be able to flank them out as well. As Bomb just getting in position, has to cover off Twanu. But a smoke will allow that to happen.
Maniac fighting back, though, as the bomb is planted. Astralis in a 3-on-2 situation. Twanu, AWP, he's been pretty quiet so far. Aggressive positions here from Astralis, hoping to get one kill. They just find one kill with no exchange. That's pretty much it, but they can't land the shot. Dupree goes down to the hands of Maniac, and now the CTs have got a real chance as they swiftly make their way to the bomb site here, but Zipex can hear them.
Zipex waiting, gets one, spots it, low HP, easily done on the Tech 9. And Astralis steal back around to make it 11-9. LDLC never get their sniff at a chance of a tie. Because they went down early, I have to say, in that round, and then the miss at the bottom mid.
Yeah.
Costly.
Maniac doing a decent job getting 3 kills, but this is where things could start to fall apart for LDLC. The buy comes in, it's Twanu with 7:15, he picks up the AWP. Mistu, who's been great so far, he only gets the max 7. This is what we're seeing from Astralis. A lot of teams doing this now. 3 towards banana to start. It's Twanu just fully commit. Running through the fire slightly, hits the shot. It's a high risk / high reward situation, and it certainly pays off for him as he needed something to work with there.
And he's going to rotate all the way off of B as well. I think slightly better of going all the way to A. But after getting a secondary kill, taking down Dupree, they will back it and take the AWP over to A, hoping that they funnel the offense and influence them aside. Molotov will go down. No more cubby position to have to worry about, but still worth covering corner. As its existence, 19 HP playing at Caskets. That's one spot on the map I do not miss.
Which one?
The small corner that was on the right, underneath the little pillars.
Oh, yeah.
As Maniac gets to the wall, he wants to let them walk in. Exist has a lineup. And after saying that Astralis had stolen around, LDLC looked to do the same. 2 players only remaining versus 5. Flash to go over smoke. Not yet to dissolve. Second flash. Glaive has to look away. Does in time. Great shot on Maniac. And existence is low enough that they have to get across inside of the site and capitalize early as Twanu can't land the shot. Glaive looking for additional information behind the smoke. Another goes down towards CT, but bomb is only being planted now for Orange's 2, and it's a tap. It's a fake because Zipex rather.
You've said
needs to have the confidence. It's, you know, whatever.
It's fine.
It's going to be Glaive, though, that peaks early. That's going to work as well. They're pulling this back. Existence, only 3 HP. Alex is there. Needs to find the shot. Can't do it. Existence. He manages to trade out on Glaive, and that'll be enough. Twanu will hit the shot. 2 remain as Astralis concede the round.
Twanu, like we said, quiet for the majority of this game so far, but he had to make something happen there. They had a weak buy, Famasis, max 7s. He runs through fire towards B, gets the opening kill, and gives him something to work with here. He gets the final one as well. Its existence, though, continues that strong form. 17 kills for him. Is he top fragging right now? I think he might be level with... Okay, no, Device. He's at the bottom of the scoreboard with the most amount of frags. CSGO is funny like that sometimes. But there it is. Existence still posting decent numbers. And the force spike comes in from Astralis. This is to get the normal pick. You see Glaive, he's down to just to Tech 9 there, and they're limited in terms of grenades. But Device with the same objective as Twanu had last round. Try and find an opening, capitalize once that happens. Maniac goes towards the sandbags. He's going to find himself in a lot of trouble here, but Glaive takes his teammate down with a Molotov there. With an unfortunate for Kiabi.
Dupree backed away. They'll have an AK in hand. Device AWP. This is a round Astralis desperately need. Smoke will go left side. That'll cover off Twanu, but still lands a shot on Dupree through it. They wanted to wrap around from quad and leave Alex inside of the pit, but he's got a headshot, spray down potentially more. LDLC is looking formidable on this defensive side as Glaive flashed, Molotoved, and locked out, has to run back through the flames amidst being blind, and that leaves him on 30 HP. Device, I dare you to make a play out of this. I don't doubt that you can, but I don't think it's likely.
Well, for now, looks like they'll be saving the weapons. LDLC will tie things up at 11-11. Device can't find the opening as required. It was luckily the force buy with 1 player on the pistol there. And Glaive and Device is too low to actually try and find anything with this. They'll be trying to jump in the water, see if it's a possibility. It's definitely not. As Glaive bounces around a T-spawn, waiting for the round to expire. No one's going to be hunting for LDLC right now. You can see them actually making sure they completely 100% lock this round down. They're not sure that the save's coming in just yet, but it certainly is. As we hit the 15-second mark, Device will be waiting to throw that smoke just to make sure he saves the orb momentarily. Keep your eye on the right side of the screen, see when that goes down. There it is, drops the smoke. Let's stop any CTs rotating into position. He can focus towards the left there.
Time expires, they stay alive. Alex desperate to spray. Goes across the bridge, but won't find anyone inside of the alternate perspective. 11-11, Henry. We get our score.
We always get it. Number 8 comes in. And LDLC looking in a great position here. Unfortunately, for Astralis, saving those 2 weapons does force them to actually invest around it. I don't necessarily disagree with this, but it's a lot of teams allow weapons to be saved to break the economy even further. It's unlikely that Astralis can win this round. Take a godlike performance from someone here. Maniac, aggressive once again towards the top of B.
Kirby waits at the new half-wall position. Very spammable, but no one electing to fire any bullets in that direction just yet. Meanwhile, they take the Tech-9s back over toward the apartment. Device on the op was waiting bottom T stairs. He's still deciding which direction he wants to look first because he started up mid, snapped back as we just saw to Banana, and it looks to be where he wants to go at this point in time. Wants to get the opening pick. Molotov pushes back anyone waiting at the corner for a flashbang to come out. Astralis, having established Banana presence, are going to stay at the top of it, and Maniac looks the wrong direction. Kirby tucked in perhaps further than he thought available. Gets aggressive to get an AK as well. Leaves him on 36.
Yeah. Could have waited for the flames to subside, but he really wanted that AK. Desperately. And a smoke in front of that. That's why I'm saying he could have waited. But he gets it regardless. And we go into a 5-on-4 that favors Astralis here. Mr. actually rotating towards B at the worst possible time as Alex left alone on the A side. Just as the T's commit, Device gets the headshot, so does Glaive. Round over.
That was a big commitment. Glaive spots Tonu, takes him down. There's the op gone. Just existence remaining, and he might go toward the op to see if he can at least grab that back.
So at that point, it was the 5-on-5 where Maniac decides to push out Banana. Loses the frag, gives Kiabi an AK, forces a rotation back towards B as well, and this leaves Alex alone on that A site, and he gets taken down. Mistu, like you said, a big commitment to go all the way towards B. And this is quite a grim situation now. I don't see to keep one player alive. We'll find a kill here. Unfortunately, not Glaive. He'll pick it up, and the lead goes back in favor of Astralis, 12-11. And the money's all great here. So LDLC, I'd say take a pause if they still aren't available. I can't remember if they do. This would be a good time to work it out. Maybe allow them to have this round. And I think that's what's going to be happening. PT50's budget. They could have bought into that round and almost thrown the game away. But just PT50's here. Flashbang. Allow Astralis to get one step closer to victory, but then you have a full bag going to the next one.
Dupree failing miserably at trying to get up in the new jump. He goes toward Boiler, but when he does get in, it's Alex already found by his teammate. Zip picks the pistol. Not even landing a single shot on Zip. Dupree, meanwhile, will start to hold off bottom Boiler doorway. It's Mistu and Toinu trying to play together toward this apartment position with P250s in hand. It could get a crossfire established. Bomb not committed. Top mid. All mids at that.
Minute remaining. P250s, no nades. A little bit of a stack there. Don't know what that noise was. Oh, ignore that.
Glaive starts to go. Watch Maniac high left. Has to spot it. Does react. Not quite swiftly. Existence is able to capitalize. Where's the trade? They've already fallen down into Orange's one. Oh, they're going to reboost it. Maniac's up. Head spotted. Drops down. That leaves him in the open. Knows there's another one there. Kirby makes it look all too easy. EZ, PZ.
Liquid squeeze Ed.
Astralis squeeze Ed. I knew you were going to go with your liquid one. It's your favorite line in all of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, it's my best line I've ever used casting, I think.
That's kind of sad.
Still my best. My best work.
It's not bad.
Richard Lewis tried to use it on Desk once. Didn't stick the landing. Looked a bit embarrassing.
That's pulled the ACL on the way down. Either way, Twanu is the last alive. He's got an AK. Take that back. That was not him we were reserving. Rushley, you're confusing me. Twanu's got absolutely nothing but a P250.
13-11. The boost doesn't work out. To be fair, that boost now, you don't need another player to get up there. That's why it's commonly overlooked. It was quite rare in the previous version of Inferno. Now you get up there yourself. Players are more inclined to get up there and have a go, and it's still overlooked from what I've seen so far, and can be good for those stacks that you've seen. You play one player towards new box, and that kind of boost on the second oranges, well, formerly known as oranges. I don't know. We need to go over official names on this, I think.
Oranges? No, I think it's
still sticking with oranges.
We'll go with oranges 1 and oranges 2.
Okay, fair
The
enough.
boxes aren't exactly orange anymore.
Orange?
They are
Well,
relatively
they're not full of
different.
oranges. That's what it's called. They're full of ripe oranges.
Okay,
But,
I'm still calling them oranges.
If you go on the second oranges and have one player new box, it's a really cool angle to have a crossfire like that. But here we go then. All or nothing for LDLC. No head armor. Suggests money is low. As we get into round number 10 here, if the smoke comes in, I think that's got a gap.
That was a massive gap.
Yeah, so that's not going to be great.
That was, I'm not even, okay, they've addressed, oh no, it's a flash. I'm very confused by this. Massive gap in the smoke, so Booster can watch if they wrap around. Device just watches for exits, but it's Dupree with 2 sprayed shots.
So
Alex and Twanu go down. He's got A site open.
That was so nice. Let's get a replay of that if we can.
One
Super
thing that
slow
can catch
motion.
them off, though, is this. Mistu slipped in behind them from Boiler. He'll catch the bomb. And this will cause chaos, because if they hunt for him, he goes in the underpass. I say bypass. Good call from Kierby. Just let him go. Get the bomb planted. Default position as well in Device. He'll be ready for Mistu when he walks out, but he's made a bit of noise.
Hello.
Oh, I thought he was just going to drop down, hit the shot. I really did. And it gives the op up. Mistu can't hit it. Zipix knows he's in there. Last alive, smoke off, and try and
this is quite
sit
clever.
inside of the smoke. Yep, they're going to think he's underneath. If he could just line up the alleyway, if they get down there, he just starts shooting. That'd be pretty cool.
Okay, well, I thought he would like get to do something with that smoke, maybe stay alive, but this could be it now. Pick your poison time. Do you force into round number 11 here and potentially give it away the entire game, or take a conservative approach, get a partial by going, and allow Astralis to get to match point? To say match point, yes, of course, is the second showing. You did see the first map, but each map is a separate contribution to the league itself. So Astralis currently 1-0 up after overpass, and looking very well set to take map number 2 as well.
Twanu.
The corner you go,
Forward,
Twanu.
he's got to go. He's got to go. Wants to wait last minute to surprise them. Flash goes out. Perhaps that's what he was waiting for. Does blind glaive. Keeps him alive, but he's down to 26 HP.
Yeah, didn't really get much from that flashbang, unfortunately. Just took a lot of damage there. As we go into Dupree's vision, he's actually managed to dissect the map. They have no idea he's there, or do they? That CT seems to be aware somewhat. There he is.
Shot from Twanu. He's got an AK now to work with on that 26 HP. He was originally tagged too. I'm sure he'd love to get that into Maniac or Alex's hand on 100 HP with armor. But Mistu has glaive. This is... And Twanu's got Zipix. This is shaping up wonderfully from LDLC.
Ow.
Magic. Headshots galore. And they're going to stack inside of the site. Hard left on entry. Twanu already hits Device down. They know he's there. Kierby has to be careful. Has bomb. But 4 to find. Twanu's still alive. Elects to swap over to the pistol because he knows he's going to be pushed. And he is from Alex.
That P250 kill to kick things off there. We thought Dupree had a fantastic position. And Twanu waiting for him in CT spawn. Very passive hold there. I'm not sure what kind of tell he got. I didn't see anything necessarily. Maybe there's like a pixel spotted from Dupree as he's walking around the corner. Signaling Twanu to fall back, but that's a huge lifeline. I was saying at that point it's just allowing Astralis to get to match points, but they've avoided it somehow and still could win the map.
Astralis starting off well with Device, but taking back his glaive. Again, a hot exchange, and literally, as the Molotovs continue to be poured into Banana, a hot exchange there for map control. Smoke now applied where the Molotov extinguishes itself. Good timing on that as well, so they're getting the maximum overlap of utility. Existence is going to take advantage of the smoke he deployed and try and get a little bit further down.
Device still sniffing around towards the top of B here. Flashbangs come in, trying to clear this position, and it's going to be Dupree, who's still top of mid. Smoke is good, though, from the CTs. Maniac, he's been aggressive in his position before, sometimes to his detriment. And it looks like the T's might be falling back. Quite a lot of noise made, but that's what Device wants. Trying to bait out a flashbang and a push coming in. Sees if anyone will take the bait. A final flash, he'll maybe take one more commitment towards CT spawn. There it is. And use that striker now. I'd say that's time to fall back, considering where his teammates are.
Device will go. Rotation from Existence toward Chapel.
It wouldn't have made sense for him to die there. It really wouldn't have made sense at all. Even if he finds one kill, doesn't mean too much.
Alex in the site, though. He's playing Graveyard. He doesn't need to peek until last minute. No one's really been there all game, and it's a much more open angle. Much easier to walk out and get picks. Mistu. That's so close. Is that going to hit him or not?
Wow.
They had to know he was in pit, though. They threw that because they knew he was there because he already peeked. They threw it to kill him, not to clear the angle. So they'll just rush around the corner knowing he's pinched in and get the kill. It leaves it to Maniac and Existence yet again. Experience to trump all. Device to take down Maniac, and unfortunately, Existence already heads inside a Boiler. He'll try and head for alt middle. It's going to go map point for Astralis to go 2-0 on the evening.
Certainly is. And in terms of money, they get 1,400 into the next round. So if they save the AK, it's not the most awful of buys. If that goes down, though, they're in real dire straits. And Dupree, he knows that. He'll be hunting this last
Money for nothing?
Yeah, and chicks for free.
I like the look of up here. It's much different now, isn't it? Much, much different up here.
Well, this area didn't really exist.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I thought we were upstairs in the kitchen. I was like, that's ridiculous.
Okay, yeah. Is that,
Yeah, no, that, yeah, no, it didn't exist at all.
It used to
Right.
in Source,
That's right. Yeah, no, I remember. And
Source,
1.6 had it as well. 1.6 had, like, it was really wide open at 1.6.
Yeah.
You wrap around, so we're alt mid.
So they do save that AK, so that makes the buy a little bit better than what it could have been. If Existence didn't keep that, it all goes wrong. So now 3 match points after battering LDLC on Overpass. Astralis now just looking to close things out here, but they couldn't do it against the Pistols. Let's see if they can do it now up against the weaker buy, but still a viable one. This is an interesting flash. I'm loving to see how every player operates in their little bob sites and seeing what little tricks they've got. Everyone's obviously been playing it privately. Haven't seen too much from them. Existence known to do a lot of homework, and he's got his own idea how to play the map.
Swanu backing off. Oh, careful. A little bit of team damage fired into Glaive, down to 65. So passive 3-man crossfire set for A, and a crossfire CT and inside of the B site directly on B. Smoke down, massive gap. Device realizes it immediately, positions himself accordingly, and Maniac has to sit by himself. This is an early rotation. If they go and Maniac doesn't find multiples, big problem, because they have just left this B site open. Missed shot, Maniac does recover. Smoke dissolves, but Maniac has to burrow himself back into the site. That rotates one more around. Twanu, good pickup over toward A, but it's all right now about Existence position. Maniac, no more pressure applied. Actually gets away here almost scot-free. The fact that they didn't attack while he was most vulnerable. Adimo finds yet another good positioning. Glaive gets 1, but it's a 1 versus 4 from what was a 1 versus 5. And the slow play of Astralis hasn't amounted to much. 11 HP. Gets bombed back from the fishies in the fountain. But he's only got 11 HP and 3 tackling him down. He'll play it from Caskets. Hold the angle. Tries to get aggressive and up top, but immediately they'll peek from Banana. Alex already has the kill.
3 surviving for LDLC there. Going to bring the scoreline to 15-13. Glaive just left in a pretty much impossible situation with 12 HP. He jumps on top of the Caskets and can't find the shot required. If he gets the 1 bullet there, maybe that's a possibility. So round number 14, LDLC looking to get to overtime here. In terms of the buy, conservative one from Astralis. You think back to the first half, they're running away with this a 9-1 at one stage, and all of a sudden we ended up at 10-5.
Whoops. How did that happen?
A bit cocky, I'd say, but LDLC doing a very good job in the second half here. Here comes that smoke we've discussed before. That goes down towards the top of Banana. It stops the rushes, essentially, anyone running around the corner, and any Molotovs that are thrown at the top as well. So it's pretty versatile with the smoke.
Well, Dupree starts to clear angles and head out toward Boiler. They're all, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of the players, all the ones inside of apartments at least, heading down toward the lane. And Molotov's already deployed. And Alex has a perfect position to line them up. First flash goes out, though. He's forced to duck down. I don't know if Device spotted him or not in that time. Mistu's got Zippix. Followed up. Alex peeks out at the right time. Goes back for more. Gets Device. And it's going to go 30 rounds. We're going to get 15-14, surely, or are we? Because Glaive, he's pushed up toward Library, and he now has an AWP to play with. He's watching the doorway curiously, because as he runs back, it's Existence to walk out from the arch. That might be enough on its own. Dupree, inside a pit with a smoke out toward top of middle. He's going to go for the peak. Both in front. Nice shot on the first. Looks for the second. Dupe could do it now, as it's going to be 16-13. Not quite yet.
Existence holds his nerve, apparently. I thought they were caught out of position there. They seem to have no idea that Dupree's in that pit position. Nails the first shot, and I thought Existence was going to fall back, allow him to have some control there, but mows him down with the headshot with the M4A1S. We come to round number 15. We've gone the full 30 rounds again. As we get into the situation with Alex, stands at a Famous. They are lacking a little bit of utility, but it's absolutely fine up against these AKs. Head armor's not going to be a huge issue here. Decent aid to kick things off. Actually doesn't do any damage, so not that good.
Not so good. Henry. Jump up for Dupree. He's already got up toward Boiler. Zipix had the stairs covered off in case anyone wanted to get aggressive. Twanu, meanwhile, over toward Cubby. More notably back toward Arch with the AWP. Sitting to hold the line. Astralis. Don't want to find themselves in an overtime situation, so they've slowed things down considerably, but they don't have the AWP to work with. Do have a number of Molotovs and 4 smokes, 2 Molotovs to be exact, and 4 smokes to work with. But where do they go, Henry G?
Zipex to fake A once again. Full B execution coming in. You heard it here first. He'll be flashing towards his A side of the map, and it's going to be Maniac and Existence to hold up towards the B side. Yeah, they have been good so far, but here it comes. Smokes towards Cores, smoke towards CT Spawn. They could Molotov new box if they wanted to. Mistu, he finds the first bit of attention here, but Twanu, he gets the first kill.
And now they're expending utility on the A side. That's the cue to go. Even if you can't hold rotations off much longer, go now and get the players down inside of B. They'll do it, but a double stack toward new box, and out goes Existence, catches them off. He's bought himself some time and space to get back in the same position, find another headshot as well. Glaive, he'll take Existence and Wistu. An immediate rotation is caught off by Device. That leaves it 2 versus 2. He had to hold.
Yes.
And Alex, he's going to go aggressive. Device backs off, brings Glaive back out in the same position if he chases. Glaive's ready for it. Nice shot, Alex. It's all down to Device. They know where he is as well. And the op shot, Twanu. It's overtime.
It is overtime. Mistu, I thought he'd blown it. He did not have to push into that scenario. They were just planting, and he could have actually waited for his teammates to make that really clean retake, but Twanu stepping up there as we go to overtime. I didn't think that was going to be a possibility.
And the spool still spinning the wrong way.
Still, you'd have thought they'd have patched that in this the moment.
I would have had a repairman on scene, and he would have gone out with a set of tools, done it himself. He's a big strapping man, perhaps Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, which comes out next month. Are you excited for that one?
Not really, no.
Oh, well, shame on you. Why not?
Beauty and the Beast cartoon didn't really do it for me.
What?
So.
That was the greatest. My sister used to watch that like 5 times a day. She used to love it. I knew like every song.
Are we taking a break here?
They didn't tell me if we were. Perhaps we shall.
Oh.
No, we're going straight on. We normally do.
Nobody tells us.
I know, it's normally the cue to go to break, and I was confused as well. But yeah, no, I'm excited for Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, fair
Be
enough.
my guest.
Yeah.
Be my guest.
That's the song, isn't it? You've sung that before.
Yeah.
All the big tunes are coming out. The ESL Pro League Bangers album coming out soon.
The Bangers. Is that what you call them? Is that what Morrissey called them?
No, definitely not.
Well, you shouldn't call them that either then.
There's another track. Don't know this one as well. This is from the B-Sides collection. Wasn't as much of a hit. Still pretty good though.
MR3, 10K for ESL.
Yeah, well, you have to say Astralis looking dominant in the first half, managing to get the 9-1 lead, and then here we are at overtime. So, I have to say, LDLC have had some promising feedback to take back after this game. Going 5-0 up on overpass, throwing that one away. Some information to back on here, but Inferno looking pretty good in the second half. The CT side especially, Maniac and Existence, just unrelenting towards that B side of the map. Existence especially been very good. The guys discussed on the desk back to his glory days of, I guess about 6 months ago, he was looking very good. And if you look back towards Source of Oil, which they touched on, he was actually known to be one of the most aggressive AWPers in the game. He doesn't really AWP anymore, but he was super scary to play against and one of the best fraggers in Source at the time. So it's good to see him rolling back the years, as you would say.
Yeah, I would roll back the years if I could. What year would you go back to?
1987.
No, you have to be alive.
That's what I was about to say. Tell my parents. Just don't do it.
Actually, I go back to 1987 and tell your parents not to do it too. It's a good call, actually. You got me with that one.
Well, a little bit of a delay here as we do prepare ourselves for overtime. Matt told you what it was. MR3, 10K. And Astralis will be staying on the T side here after Mr. did his best to almost throw the game. But
we are going to go to a break, apparently, because I'm not sure why. Maybe issue. Oh, that side's pretty. I like that reflection. Those rocks are lovely. But we are going to have a quick reboot from a player, and then we'll be ready to roll. We'll be right back. We are back. 15-15. We head into overtime. They start on the same side. They finished regulation. And as such, it's Astralis on the attacking side first. That green car belonged to my mom.
I thought I recognized
7
him.
years before I was born. You would never have seen it.
She showed me the pictures.
Oh, did she?
Yep.
Well, fair enough. Kirby, meanwhile, though, already at the top of Banana, inside of that smoke. That slight gap that's portrayed in it, but it's Maniac that will get back inside of the site, and Kirby does not yet have to attack. He just needs to hold station and keep control in the Astralis hands.
For those unaware, it's first to 19. And Twanu, he's looking to get there first. He lands a beautiful headshot there to take down Device, and he'll fall back as well. And that's the way to kick things off. He gets flashbang, but I thought he was going to get lost there, but Glaive can't find him just yet.
He can't find Glaive either, though, but the more times Glaive tries this, the more he's tempting his luck. It brings Miss2 back into it. Glaive goes down. Very good rotations from LDLC to compensate and cover each other in that situation. Pit occupied as well. And they won't even contest Alex because it's B site. They fancy their chances inside of it. It's Kirby that has to start it off. He gets Maniac down. The HLTV rated #1 team in the world pull back into the B site against LDLC. I believe are rated 25, or is that Envious that's that low? LDLC may not even be on the list, I can't remember. But either way, bomb planted, and they'll cover it off. Boost up for the AWP from CT spawn. They want to try and do what they can with this position. Struggling to make the boost work. They give it up because smoke is gone, and now they have access on their own. Clear from Chapel. Ooh, missed shot from Zipex, I have to say. Alex finding him in the open. But Kirby has bomb planted in front of him, and Dupree, he's also inside of Banana. 3 players. They know it. Flash goes out. Mr.'s on it. He's got a kit. Down goes Kirby. Down goes Dupree. They get the defuse. I have to say, could have been much better from Astralis.
Yeah, well, it's that first kill comes in from Twanu. Fantastic shot there to kick things off, but it comes down to a winnable situation in the end for Astralis to make their way back towards the B site. Pretty obvious position in terms of where KRB is waiting, but the flashbang comes in, and they can't hit the shot to get the diffuser down. Bomber's getting to a very winnable position as well. Just to let you know, Matt, they are currently ranked number 24 in the world.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Just ahead of Tyloo and Renegades.
Exactly.
Envious is 29, so they are the second best French organization right now. Interesting that Envy falls that far down based on their new lineup.
Yeah.
And you would have thought the players would retain a core value, but apparently their core value not rated that highly.
LDLC strike first. Twanu this time, they'll be in a more passive position just by that arch and allowing Glaive to use some flashbangs here. And they'll be falling right back to the corner. So the smokes are good. This allows them to get some control of middle here. It denies the CT's actually managing to pull out any heroics here towards middle. Spamming the smoke, of course, so probably use Molotov towards garbage there. Flushes anyone out, but no one home.
Twanu's going to sit as well inside of apartments. How much depth is there right now in CSGO that every single team down to the top 30 has a notable player or a notable accomplishment to them?
Yeah.
That's insane. It used to be that the back to 10 outside of the top 20, Miss2 jumps in, Glaive counteracts and gets the trade. It used to be outside of the top 20. The rest were just placeholders for the flavor of the week, but Twanu is always looking solid on his AWP, finds Glaive, backs off as well. Inside of the site, he burrows at LDLC. And they look poised to go up 2 rounds early in overtime because it's back to B, covered off right now by Maniac. And he's good in this emo position as well. Rotation, existence, position at CT, spamming through the smoke. Good damage to Kirby.
Yeah, this actually could work out very nice for Maniac. If he gets 1 kill here, denies a plant with 10 seconds remaining. This could be fantastic. Gets it. Needs to stop the plant now. They have to commit to it. He almost wins around. That play. Knife. Okay, the Maniac. I thought he was going to go for the bomb and try and deny it, but he proves me wrong. Gets all 3. Striker from Evo. And to be fair to Astralis, like, there's not really much they can do there, right? One person can check it. If he does not get the kill, it's pretty much round over either way because they've got rotating CT coming in. There's like 5 seconds left on that plant. One player's taken out of the situation, and Maniac plays it to perfection. So, we said first to 19. LDLC get the first 2-0 here, but the bomb is planted, so Astralis can just about get a buy together. Get the AKs out, the head armor required, and the nades as well. So, decent position, still can get the 2-1. But I'm fancying LDLC's chances right now. This is looking very good.
It's very, very good. Astralis might have kicked themselves for some of their antics in the first half.
Yeah, they look too confident.
Nid goes down. 12 HP lost from Glaive. He'll try and get up behind the newly installed half wall. Perhaps the remnants of what used to be the archways.
This is a big deal as well. Astralis lose to one of the lower end teams in Pro League.
Costs you twice.
Yeah, it's exactly as everyone else. Your rival's almost guaranteed to beat them, right? And there's no disrespect to LDLC. We're just talking about on paper right now. And get to the LAN finals. It's a very difficult task. We saw Navi go up 6-0 at the start of Season 4, but didn't make it.
It's true. They went up with a massive lead last season and did not make the LAN final existence. What? I thought that was clear as day, even without X-Ray. Now that time it is existence. Gets one sprays in, looks for more, Zipix responds. Maniac to deploy, nades, oh, and Molotovs, they're stuck inside them. Kirby goes, turns back, and he catches off Twanu, who had to give up the AWP and go to the pistol instead. Molotov misthrown due to death. As Miss2 takes down Kirby, but Dupree finding Alex has opened up a rotation back toward the A side, and Dupree just needs to cover off Library.
Good awareness.
And keep them out of position. He does exactly that. Miss2 goes behind him, though. And how does this situation unfold? Well, it unfolds with Dupree finding another kill, holding off the Arch instead. Bomb plants. And Maniac, 1 versus 3. Killed 3 last time, but not in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, well, it's the last round of overtime here, so Maniac might as well go for it. And Twano, I had to say, he had a kill on a plate, couldn't land the 5-7 shots, and this should be over. No chance of winning this one, but he does strike first. They're going to be aware of his position now. It'll be an absolute blunder for them to give him anything to work with, and Glaive finishes things off there. I think they should go to 3-0 there, LDLC. I think Twano, that miss towards Ruins, almost gave the round away. But it was still 2-1 in LDLC's favor. Here's the replay of Maniac's good work in the first round. And that defuse as well. He deserved it. Maniac, 23 kills, 23 deaths. Not too bad.
It's not bad. Oh, Twanu. Look at the start of this round.
No, this is not like
Okay, all right. I'm confused. I was like, what is going on? When do we have a warm-up in between and overtime? I always thought we just went straight into it on the ESCA config.
No, I can see what you meant, because they like got the graphic down quickly, like it
Yeah,
started.
and all I saw was the shot, and I was like, normally, there's not... I didn't think there was pause time in between overtime halves in the ESCA config.
It's 1 minute, I think.
All right, well, we've all been there. We've all done it once or twice.
Yeah.
Some more than others.
Yeah, I think I've casted a few knife rounds before.
Yeah, you definitely have. I think I've done it once or twice. All I saw was the op shots in the obituary and thought, that's game on.
That's it. Twano's doing it.
He's done it. He's done it. They're all dead. A new entrance to alt mid, which peculiarly enough has a bench placed right in front of it, as architectures would often place them there, I imagine, for the sake of convenience. Smokes go down. Double Molotov strat. That's the one we saw from both North and Astralis at the Masters. Device, meanwhile, aggressive. Holding apartments will take down Maniac.
Too easy for Device there. Walks into his crosshair. Didn't really have to work too hard for that frag. Maniac walks into the crosshair. The boost comes in. Can they find a frag in return? This boost is prevalent for both sides, and Zipex, he's on the CT side of the wall, waiting for his teammate to rotate in, and a footstep made. So then, they'll probably have to fall back at this point. Let's look at that flashbang they're lining up. Is that landing in the corner for Zipex, and then he can run around the side at that point, but he'll be back where he belongs.
Still haven't seen that Molotov that they talked about.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Obviously, it's a conversation they've had. Maybe they know of one. Maybe it's not the next one.
Device gets baited by the gun barrel, but Kirby's position is perfect. The shots are not. Alex opens things up at top mid, and that equalizes the situation. It makes it a lot worse. Existence fast play. Double Molotov on Dupree. He's got a boom. Great execution from LDLC. This is something they lacked in the first half. And LDLC poised to take map point early, as it's all on to Zipix, 1 versus 4. This is big for LDLC.
Absolutely. This actually puts them at map points, or match points. So, big round. Pressure firmly applied to Astralis now. Zipex just has to save the weapon. It doesn't really matter if he does or not. Even if he gets all 4 kills, he can still buy into the next round. If he dies, doesn't make a difference either, really. But he will be saving. They got the double orb. I don't think I agree with that on the T side of LDLC. That round was good. Let's do that again. Don't mix things up with a double orb setup on the T side. Miss2, I know I saw you thinking about it.
Nah, go for it. I think you go for it. Just pick it up.
They just won the round there after losing Maniac. 5 and 4, clean sweep after that. Perfect.
It's fantastic execution. Double Molotov into pit. They catch off Device rotating back inside of the site. Take him down, and it's all gone at that point. There's nothing they can do.
One more to go for LDLC, and they'll steal away Inferno. I say steal, because remember that, there's 9-1 to Astralis at one point, and that's when they started getting a little bit overconfident potentially there, but...
I'd call it a steal just in terms of the odds coming into this game.
Yeah. It has to be big for LDLC.
Device does have a line of sight. He's very antsy. Firing in early. He's not normally one that's easily baited. And Kirby, same position, same result, goes down again. And that's how it all fell apart for them last time on Astralis' side. Smokes out flashes as well. Xyp9x does jump forward, catches off both Miss2, Existence, and Twinu now going down. This leaves very little to work with for Maniac on 6 and Alex on 25. We hit 18-18, we do it all again.
We certainly do, and it's looking likely at the moment. 3 versus 2 situation. Maniac low HP, 6 to be exact, and Alex trying to... Oh, okay, Alex. He's doing a fantastic job this round. 3 kills in total. He'll need the ace to clutch, though. 1 minute remaining, and he's almost certainly dead.
Yeah, dead. I'm a bit... He must have thought the last player was Banana, because I'm curious as to why you try and go Arch when you can easily go that direction, because if he was open, if he'd known it, done deal. 18-17. We hit the last round of overtime. Question is, do we have more, or are we done?
I think we've got
Should
more.
I stay or should I go now?
You should probably stay if it goes to double overtime. Does it again.
I think it's 100% Rushley doing it. Can you confirm, Rushley?
Yes. He nodded.
I did not. Oh, it is Rushley doing it. I want to know what it says. I haven't caught the whole thing.
I've heard it before. I couldn't tell you for the quote, though.
Well, Dupree holding a tight angle this time. You're going to Google it. Your mind is ever curious. Holding a tight angle this time. Kirby, thankfully, we can breathe a sigh of relief that is backed away and not playing the same position that he's gone down.
Scrawny little birds, just feather and bones. It's a rare radio command. I don't know how it's brought to life, but we've had it a couple of times.
You must have like 5 following you for over a minute or something. Device takes down Misty. That's my guess. Probably no truth to it at all. Glaive, smoke, quad, tries to fire in. Boiler. It's Alex on the other side. Nice shot, Dupree. Finally, they get an opening at top middle. He can fall away safely. Maniac will back down in toward Boiler instead. And this is where they have to find the next pick. As nades rain over top of the shoulders. Kirby, though, tagged up. They're going to put utility onto him. Everyone playing this same wall inside pit. Not as many angles. Maniac's opened it. They've turned it back, but bomb dropped. A Glaive standing tall. It's only 10 HP. Found by Maniac, but then he's left in the open, and we go to double OT.
Double OT indeed. And it's going to be LDLC managing to pick it up as we go into the second set of overtime. After actually having map point twice there, LDLC let it slip by, and Astralis tie things up once again. Hopefully, we're going to take another 5-minute break.
That's my Carnival costume.
What, the water wheel?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that
No,
quite elaborate?
Ah, okay. So we're wrong.
Because it's coming from the other side.
It's coming from the other side. The trough, which has no water in it, should be what's waiting down
That's
the
the
water
water coming
wheel.
down. That's like facing upwards.
It's an aqueduct. It's a self-made. I'd call it a trough. And it's dripping into the other side. All right, Valve, you've thought it through, and I'll give you that.
Well, double overtime. LDLC probably kicking themselves. That was a great chance to finish the job off there, but now Astralis, they're back in the driving seat, looking very good in those last 2 rounds. Matt's Googling himself. He wants to see whether he can find more radio commands.
That's not what I'm Googling at all. That's not what I'm Googling at all.
You Google some bizarre things.
What do you mean?
What a time.
What is wrong with wanting to know how long the average pig's orgasm is?
Well, I'm just surprised you need to know right now.
It's just information, Henry. It's good to know.
Just
You
in
never
case it
know
comes
who
up in
you're
a
going to
quiz.
meet on the streets. Yeah, trivia night.
Yeah. Well, we do have the second overtime coming in here. LDLC.
What do you think of those blue tiles around the fountain?
Yeah.
Are they uncharacteristic?
Yeah, it looks a bit odd. We've got his face.
That was the
now.
first thing I noticed at
Oh,
first.
look
It
at
seemed
this.
like it was like a temporary texture in the
Crossfades.
beta, but I actually don't mind it. What is that? Oh, that's me, dead on the floor.
Tomorrow night.
Okay. At Carnival.
Yep.
Nice. I like it.
Well, then we don't swap halves. LDLC will be staying on the T side here, just enjoying the aesthetics of the new Inferno here. I think it looks beautiful. It's much better. The thing is, like, all the CSGO maps, like when they first came in, like they were just the carbon copies of the source maps that were just slightly adjusted. Inferno is probably the biggest offender of that. Like, there was really no different. They removed like a gate and removed the boiler and changed that the width of the banana a bit. That was about it. In terms of the aesthetics, it's exactly the same. So it's good they've addressed that. They're going to say with Dust 2 as well. It's pretty much the only map that hasn't been touched in terms of the way it looks. Hope they don't touch too much about the gameplay, but all yet to be seen. Very exciting. Won't be for a while though. Probably like another 6 months before we see that come back.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a while. I mean, the other part is even if they got it done overnight, you can't just reinstall it into the map pool.
No.
You've just told teams to get used to playing Inferno, so it's yeah, it's not something that'll happen overnight. Henry, are you ready for Triple OT?
Super ready. Let's hope we get it. Astralis versus LDLC. If you're just joining us, you've turned up at the right time. Everything's been reset. It's all going to be gun rounds now, so you can really understand how Inferno works. As Device, he's gone towards Banana this time. That flashbang actually has been very common in CSGO. It's designed to get the opening pick, but it's Maniac that finds that towards the B side of the map, taking out Glaive. Zipex now alone as the boost comes in. The T's waiting patiently, and Alex, he's been so good this game. Takes down Kiabi in the apartments.
Does indeed, but Dupree tries to go back in for more, can't do it. And LDLC with a great start, again in overtime. First kick to them. Zipex wants to try and pull that back, does line up one. Has to back off, flash over, goes deep, but he can't find the shots onto Miss 2. And they'll smoke off towards CT, go bomb default. Slightly inside of the very edge of the bomb radius, and Device has a 1 versus 2 to clutch back, no kit. There is one down either on the way or in the site. I didn't catch exactly where they lost.
The mini-map, Valve, so we can see. Make our job a lot easier.
Yeah, there's lots of things they could do with that. Molotovs as well, perhaps. And there it is. Twanu makes no mistake. I have to say, he's very impressive on the op.
Yeah, he's great. Been enjoying his play all night. I think Alex, though, for me, has been the MVP.
Yeah, UK.
He's got 32 frags. Like, if you let me finish, I was about to say it would have been existence, but since overtimes began, he's been lights out. And that was really big round for them. He gets that amazing shot in apartments, drive-by on towards Kiabi.
Is that an accurate frag total for Zipex? 8 kills only?
No, I think we had some disconnects.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say, I knew there was a disconnect on the LDLC side. I couldn't remember if he did or not. I was going to say that'd be shocking from him.
No, he was pretty good in regulation.
Device ready for the gap. Can't be baited, flashed off. Wrong position, wrong time. Again, they catch him out. And what a shot from Alex as he turns. Kirby this time has to step up. Same position he struggled with in the first OT. And Astralis are looking very, very, very weak on the A site.
Yeah, well, 4-on-2 now with Zipex and Glaive to retake. Glaive's in a decent position. He's got towards quad, undetected for now. Tuano's not watching it, and his gun barrel might be sticking out here. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what Glaive decides to overextend. Oh, he falls back just in time. Existence open, easy kill. I heard that all day long. Zipex 4-on-1. He's good at the clutches, but this is a very tall order. And once again, he'll be saving. It will be 2-0 for LDLC. Great shots once again. They're very good as a tight unit. As soon as they get a pick and an opening, Existence knows where he has to send the troops. And once again, it's almost a redundant save at this point. Zipex might as well save it. It's impossible to win the round. So without them buying double orbs, it's not like the money is really going to be a massive issue. But 2-0 now. If they get the 3-0 here, surely that's it then. They got 2-0. Well, I guess it is kind of a big deal. Look at the money. Normally it's not. It doesn't contribute. It's only when you get the double orbs out back.
Mag 7 for Dupree.
Maybe, were they buying body armor throughout? Maybe they're buying too much head armor and the diffuse kits. They are actually severely limited here. M4, just the one. If that wasn't set, that would have been a nightmare. So, Mag 7, UMPs, 5-7. No armor on Dupree whatsoever. Oh God, this is a bit of a nightmare. Decent way to kick things off though towards the T's.
Mr. M4. Existence in behind, around the corner. Zipix gets flashed. He needs at least one here. Has to get away as well. Maybe get more than that. 2+ damage. Existence tagged onto 18. That's lovely stuff from Zipix. And Existence goes back toward mid. Throws a flash at top. Just wants to sell the fact that they're going back toward the A site, but they're actually still inside of Bananas. Twanu is going to start it off. Device. UMP gets boosted. And Glaive, shows. Dodges and narrowly escapes death. Smokes go down. That bounces too far. Massive gap. Now the question is, does Device have vision with the way that bounced? Or is that too close to the wall? It may not matter because they aren't pushing through. A well-thrown smoke from Glaive will buy them more time.
Oh, it's getting very tense now, is it not? 40 seconds remaining. Man advantage for Astralis. In this round, they didn't have much to work with whatsoever. Device towards City Spawn, Glaive and new boxes as well. Decent crossfire, but there is a smoke available. Maniac to try and get this opening kill. And there's a smoke, but the boost is there, but he nails it. Takes down Device, brings things into a 3-on-3.
Glaive can't move. He has to stay alive as long as possible, and the 5-7 has to go for the shots because he's getting pushed in from Maniac. This could be the 3-0. This could be the 3-0 very quickly. Dupree found as well. It's Kierby versus 3. Existence is surely dead immediately in front of him, or is he? Because he's given him time to reset his aim and relook in that direction, putting him on 12 HP. Kierby's got to go. Smoke lands behind. Hope to turn someone's back away as he lobbed it as if it were a flash, and now heads in to the AK position of Orange's 1, Orange's 2, dead before he arrives, and Maniac's made it 3 straight for LDLC.
Yeah, he's looked fantastic here on the overtime, and especially that final round as well. 3-0 on the T side here, Matt. They need 1 CT round to beat Astralis, the current major champions, on Inferno. It's a team as well, ranked 24th in the world, so this would be a huge upset, and we've discussed it already. Pro League can be quite a cruel mistress. Lose one of these maps, and especially against a team you should be beating, opponents or rivals, just say, manage to beat them. This could be quite detrimental to Astralis going forward after opening things up on Overpass so convincingly as well. Just having the phones there. We've got just 1 minute until we're live, so
1 minute until LDLC win the game, or do we go 3 straight now for Astralis?
Nah, it's another overtime, I think.
You think so, Henry?
I'm calling it.
It's all right. Carnival parties all night. We'll still make it.
Got your costume ready there, mate?
Do I need one?
Yes, apparently.
I think I look
You've
pretty
been banging on about it all night.
atrocious on my own. I don't need one. I don't need a costume to look lovely.
Just go take the headset, go as a Counter-Strike caster.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
You're on. That's $1 million idea.
I know.
Well, all that said, we're getting underway.
Okay, then.
What's the quote?
I don't know. What is it? Oh, scrawny chickens, just feathers
Just
and
scrawny
bones.
little birds. They're scrawny.
Oh,
little
yeah,
birds.
scrawny little birds, just feather and... Oh, I've got mad. Scrawny little birds, just feather and bones. Okay.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it. This is
We
too
are
good.
jet lagged. It is midnight, but we are...
I'm
being
not jet lagged.
treat-
Speak for yourself.
I am really, really jet lagged. But that's okay.
Well, bomb heads its way toward T-stairs, where it'll be dropped momentarily. It almost looks like whip marks when you come up the stairway now, which of course would be occupied by many people in pirate costumes. Glaive, meanwhile, with Molotov in front. That nade takes Dupree to 52. They back off. They don't need to face. They've done damage enough.
Yeah, they'll be
Know it or not.
through the smoke. I'll be investigating the area. Existence and Maniac set up position now. Existence aggressive, of course. He's been good in that position so far. Right-click flashbang. It could work against him here. He's fully blinded now. Most of his teammate will be going down, but he does find one through the smoke.
It'll help. It'll work. It's a decent cause. Oh, smoke goes deep. He finds a second Kierby misplay. And Astralis looking very sloppy tonight. Twanu, he's got another kill on Device. Bomb plant goes in, but it's a 2 versus 4 in the post plant. Glaive, he'll play in the water. Zipix, he's got to play inside of Banana. No one coming up for the backstab just yet, but Zipix has to consider that, which means Glaive has to hold on his own. And as we see it, no one's going to go toward Banana either. Kit's on 3 of 4. Glaive peeks. Smoke still there. Boost to come in. Immediately they go up. Flash through. Glaive, this could catch them off. Drop down. If his teammate can find him, it works out. How does Glaive find it on his own? He aims from his 2, hits Alex over top, and it's Zipix to get one more, but it's pulled back one-on-one Existence.
No.
He's the one that does not have the kits. Glaive's going to pull out the round for Astralis.
How is this real life? 4-on-2 and Glaive I need to see a replay of that if possible. How does he get that first shot? He wasn't even aiming for him. He kills the guy in front of him and somehow gets 2 for it. A player burns at the same time. And Existence, the only player, of course, without a kit. He can't actually win the round at that point. Oh my goodness. Astralis staying alive here by the skin of their teeth. As we get into round number 2. 1 round from LDLC will close it out. That should have been it. Not meant to be. Okay then, so we'll have a look at the retort here from Twanu. AWP, not going to find anything just yet. This is a fast round from Astralis committing towards quad, and it's up to Alex and Mistu to try and tag team them, but they're going to be killing each other instead.
Fine shots over box, but you're right, they do get a team kill in. That helps Dupree. Twanu doesn't land the shot this time toward Graveyard. He knows he's inside of it, so tries to wall instead. But another bomb plan for Astralis, this time a man advantage. And Device with 5 HP. Stays inside of this site on his AWP. Glaive spots his team and they're going to save. They're going to save. This is going to go the distance of overtime number 2. You may have called it, Henry. But this goes to a triple OT.
Okay. Well, Astralis looking assertive so far. Mistu and Alex had a decent crossfire, but they killed each other, so that didn't really work out too well. At that point, Astralis, they managed to plant the bomb, and it's such a difficult retake there. You haven't got the numbers to work with. You run out of grenades, and you see the remaining 3 players don't actually have kits either, so they have to save their weapons here. And Astralis maybe taking us, what is it, triple overtime?
We would go to triple overtime. That's where we would end up. That's where we would exist.
And Existence.
I knew you were going to do that.
Doesn't want it. He's hating this.
Fabricating storylines with Henry G. Episode 1.
He's the in-game leader. He's calling the shots. He doesn't want that. He definitely does not want this. He wants to close it.
We'll see how it unfolds. In the meantime, it's Kierby to find an angle at the bottom of Banana. Wants to just sit and wait. Astralis need yet another bomb plant, yet another round. Shots from Glaive. Sound throughout the map, but they come from mid toward the top of it. There's no one on the receiving end. Flash over. Maniac, slightly blinded, will hold his position and not back away quite so easily.
UMP's up against it now. Twanu with the AWP has to find something for his teammates as Astralis looking like they want to enter towards the B side. That's what the bomb is for now. 2 players towards A side, trying to hold those rotations off. Flashbangs come in, Device ready and waiting with the AWP as well, baiting out the smoke. Not really much there for the CDs to work with here. 45 seconds remaining. They'll actually rotate towards A. The bomb's still on the other side of the map. Twanu misses a key shot there, and he'll be punished. Dupree takes him down. Alex with the UMP to defend. He'll get 1 kill, but it won't be enough. He needs to find a second.
Back down toward Pit, missing more shots. That's Kierby. That gets the position. And Mistu is now stuck on the site. Full flash. Where's the entrance? Not there just yet. Additional smoke will go down in front of Library as well, leaving him for a potential 1-for-1 or 1 and done. Even that, not even quite. Glaive and Zipix. It's Old Maniac, and we may, in fact, have a triple OT.
I think we definitely do at this point.
If we aren't going to the stars, I think Astralis is definitely right, because we are going to be midnight. The stars will be out, and I will be fast asleep.
Crowbar Alliance with Matt Static Strivet.
To the stars.
Okay.
Starlight, Starbright, first star I see tonight.
Well, after having a 3-0 lead and a 4-on-2, LDLC have done the impossible and managed to throw that lead away.
Messed it up twice.
Reset once again. Yeah, that's twice. Actually, yeah, absolutely right. Triple overtime, and I'm sure we'll be treated to a lovely break here to discuss and reflect on what just happened there. What did happen, Matt?
I don't know, but I'm thinking those hills, if they had nice winding roads in them, would be really fun to drive.
1 minute till live, so...
I think what happens is Astralis, despite being dominant on the CT side in regulation to the point where antics have come into play, LDLC look more committed, more warmed up, more alive and awake, and they have forgotten how to play CT because that was pretty abysmal.
The 4-on-2 was nuts.
Not only that,
fair,
Glaive pushing through. That shot was lucky.
That shouldn't have happened, really. He's just fine. He's like, I think he misses the first bullet on the player in front of him. It kills the one behind. And he picked up 2 kills as it's all going on, as Molotov's down, CD's running through them. And that should have been the GG. The 4-on-2, smoke down a CT spawn. I don't know how you managed to lose it, but
he did.
It happened.
It certainly did. It certainly did. And now we arrive at this conclusion. Or do we? Is it merely just more hypothesis?
Well, there is no conclusion right now. It's all reset. So it's just doing it again.
It's the procedure, actually. It's not even the hypothesis.
Yeah.
I wasn't very good in the science fair.
Okay, well, if you're just joining us, I've said this line again. Everything's been reset. You get to see new Inferno played with 3 gun rounds coming up. You can see how the teams operate on the CT side, especially. It seems quite common now that 3 CTs go towards the B side of the map almost every single time. That did not happen in the previous version of CSGO.
Opposite side, missed 2. Nade down, damage on a glaive. But dupreeh again getting aggressive up toward bench. Not quite as hidden as it used to be. If you get in this position, he's got to back off. Alex as well, that will be on the other side of it. He'll get pushed back. Nades and flashes in play already from Astralis. Cubby checked. Twanu back to CT. I thought he was going to shoot. I really did. I got really ready for that, but he was late on it. All 3 blasts by. 1-for-1 trade and pit. They just have to worry about miss 2. He's forced out by the Molotovs, but they'll chase him down with guns. Kirby finding him. Twanu falling as well. And Astralis might have 4 straight on the T side. But the crucial first of this, the 3rd overtime.
Well, Astralis looking very assertive right now. They've kind of got themselves gathered and terror aside, and it's looking like a tight unit. Everyone's hitting the shots. It's going to be, excuse me, Kiabi finding his 2nd frag. This can't really do much about this. There it is. Comes in. Pretty much clean sweep there for Astralis. Not giving too much away, and now LDLC need to be careful. He's starting to be a bit of a problem. You can see Twanu, after buying the AWP, he's actually down to $3,700. So what's the call here? Do they bring out the AWP? Do they substitute an AWP drop from Alex? It looks like that is the call. And he has to go down to the UMP. Okay. A couple of defuse kits. Money very tight. Only 1 player has head armor. That is Twanu.
Down and bounced around at top of Banana. Smoke one side, Molotov the other. Molotov in front, they're locked in. Tree covered off, so no execution potential just yet. They'll follow on Molotov up toward barrels. They want this position. They want this game. It was taken away from them, gifted back twice, and now they need to seize the opportunity. They need to carpe diem.
Well, we'll see whether they can do that. As we head into another situation where CT's extremely limited. 1 smoke remaining as we hit the 1-minute mark, and Astralis haven't gathered a ton of map control just yet, but dupreeh is towards Banana, and Glaive's made his way towards the middle at this point. The smoke's starting to dissipate. He'll be actually walking through here. Misty might not just catch him, and Glaive could be vital here, but Twanu takes him down.
Device starting to swing toward the B side. Existence boosted, smoke down. Do they check it? It was checked against them. They do not. Down he goes, falls away. You have to check that almost. That position, I'm not in love with it, let's just say. As it's Kirby. Plant the bomb at default. They'll boost back up toward it. It does seem a little bit overpowered, I want to say.
Floundering a bit here. Needs to be careful. Kirby gets a kill here. There's back on for him, but there it is. 5-on-2. Surely LDLC can pick this round up.
Well, Device, meanwhile, has a line of sight towards CT on the WP, but they bypassed him in quite a succession. Oh, that should be the round. Missing shots like that. Does pick up 1. Xyp9x has the other, but down he goes. Low HP on 1 of 2 players. Goes to the pistol. Headshot on the other would make it work, but he can't get over to the bomb side fast enough. And LDLC, they got off of it. They did get off of it. If Device had hit 1 shot, 1 more headshot, that could have been incredible.
Oh, God, I was so scared the double kill with the PT50 was coming in then. 5-on-2, LDLC almost fluffed it, but just about hold on.
They lose that. You don't deserve it.
Yeah, Device made that very interesting. He hits 1 more shot there, it's done. And that would have been pretty much guaranteed GG for me, but LDLC managed to bring it into 22-22, or 1-1 as we get into the final round of the first half of triple overtime, as I get my math correct there. So Twanu aggressive, of course. So is Alex. They're lining up the scoreboard right now. Device does strike back, but he only finds 1 as the CTs surrender middle. They've got a huge advantage at this point. And it should be 2-1 in favor of LDLC, but we saw what they did in the 5-on-2, so maybe there's a few more ways this could finish up. I can see the guys over at the desk are enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I'm sure they're having a great time. So is Twanu. What a shot. As down goes Zippix. Smoke off to the right. I think it's past Lauren's bedtime by the sounds of it. She's hysterical without reason. Without cause for concern. It's LDLC to pick up 23 rounds. They've got the lead, Astralis. They've got a chance to give us a 4th overtime. They might even be able to still win this. Who knows, Henry? But if we go to a 4th overtime, I'm leaving.
I don't think you can.
I'm kidding.
23-22. And LDLC, for the 3rd time in overtime, have the lead after the first half. Can they close it out?
That almost says they need to at this point. Third's a charm.
Well, they had a 3-0 and a 4-on-2. They didn't close that one out, so there's every possibility this is going to quad overtime. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but...
You are, but it's fine. I forgive you.
That is a strong possibility here. It's when it gets this late and then you're playing for this long, it's very difficult to close these games out. Like we've seen it plenty of times before, especially on LAN, you and I. When it gets to this sort of point and no one can really run away with it, and you start losing the big clutches and it all seems like it's all going wrong. It's a struggle to finish these games off, but a bit of time to wait here. I haven't been given the 1-minute mark yet, so could be a little bit of time to discuss what's going on here.
Yeah, it's been different approaches. Definitely a much, I have to say, a much tidier game in terms of execution in the overtimes than it was in regulation. However, the post plants have been abysmal on both retakes and the team who planted it. Both times that LDLC had a massive lead on a retake, came far closer in its margin than it potentially should have.
Round number 1 of triple overtime here. LDLC. Second half, I should say, of triple overtime. Got it wrong that time. All up in the hands of Twanu, and they'll be making their way towards Banana. Existence will be backing him up as well. The same old boost comes in, but I like this idea though. Glaive is there to bait him in almost. It suggests no one is boosted then. He gets the first headshot, takes down Alex. Mistu will be trying to strike back, and that's why it works so well. As it makes it up there, they expect just one player toward that CD spawn area. That's actually quite smart.
And they do manage to get Glaive down through that smoke, however, and therefore go for the bomb plant as Exist will hold off back toward Caskets. Swings to the left and finds to find a spray as well, but can't land it. Maniac late to rotate. Lurk in behind. Potentially, if they can hold him in position, catch them off. Prohibit the defuse. Device, down he goes, and here we go. Maniac 1 and 2. Oh, they're both in front. They're lost in smoke. Lines up 1, looks for the second, gets it down. And it's he now versus 2. They're not on the defuse just yet, but Device hits the shot. And we tie. Yep, we easily got that.
They did get off it. He had a chance there, but it will be Astralis tying things up, of course. It was 2-1 in the first half. They can still win here. So if they get the clean sweep on the CT side, still can close things out. So Astralis now 23-23. Going to another full buy. Will they bring out the AWP? It looks like it possibly will. Yep, 20 gets it. Device still on his, of course. He's currently on 36 frags. To be fair, the scoreboard's kind of redundant now. We had so many disconnects and stuff. It's difficult to keep track of what is what. But number 2. Kind of spotting towards middle. 3 players, of course, towards the CT side. As we LDLC try and dissect the map. Alex has been so good in his house position. He does see a bit of spam coming in towards this area and will decide to face. And now then, getting ever closer to Kiabi. Will he be able to strike first here?
Smoked off last minute though, is forced back away, and they make a little bit of noise in doing it, so confirmation that their utility was justified. Dupree, meanwhile, gets out closer to Boiler, anticipating that if they went one way, maybe they'll go the other. Sees the smoke, doesn't want to be isolated. But it's far enough into the quad. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays a quad position device. Oh, he's got to be careful and look for more. Doesn't fancy his chances beyond that. And it's Dupree to back away. Remember, Kirby played that position in multiple instances in the overtimes and was unsuccessful in most of them. So it's now Dupree playing this position. Nice flashback in as well to make it work. It's the opening pick for Astralis, followed up by Glaive, added to it by a device, and it's going to be the map point. In this, the third overtime, going the way of Astralis. Surely Maniac has merely a 12 HP to work with.
So, after this one, If LDLC pick up the final round, we go to quadruple overtime. If Astralis can close it out, that's it. They walk away from this series 2-0. That's the final kill. LDLC now, pressure firmly applied to them. So 25 is the magic number here. In terms of the buy, though, Twanu buying a couple of orbs. This should be it.
Never say never. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Okay.
Either way, it's device. It's going to rotate through library. 3 to B, likely for the additional support smoke, and then back away, back to A. Molotovs, nades, the like, they all go down. In fact, they're going to hold this position, expecting something fast from LDLC. Remember, it's desperate from them at this point in time. They have to win this round. And Astralis are going to take the fight to them. Glaive in behind the logs. Better shot from Zipix. He gets existence down. And Glaive, with a smoke heading off the wall, will redress the fact that the one at the original bottom of Banana is covered off. Look at these kills through the smoke. They may get another. They're going to get 4 through smoke at bottom of Banana. That has to be it. Maniac versus 5. And not even a Maniac would bet against his chances. They get obliterated. Astralis takes the fight as they should have done multiple times. And they will get the game. And LDLC has to be kicking themselves about lost opportunity tonight.
Absolutely. So many chances to close that one out. They had a 3-0 lead and a 4-on-2 situation, but Astralis somehow come out on top there. An exciting game, to be fair. I'm actually quite happy that happened because I get to watch all the information and work out how these guys play on the gun rounds. Astralis, a lot to show us there, and quite a cool way to formally introduce us into Inferno. You know?
Well, with that said, we've had people standing by for hours upon hours upon hours, and I hope they're awake. It's Alex and whoever else is over there still.
Yes, we still survive. Thank you very much, Matt and Henry. Props to you for soldiering on, admittedly through quite a adrenaline-fueled game. We're getting to see a lot of Inferno and getting to see an LDLC. Oh, do we say throw it away? I don't know what to say here. Either way, Chad and Lauren are joining us, but they got close. They got so damn close, at least 3 times.
I think the game got a lot better in the overtimes.
Yeah.
I think the adjustments on the fly were really cool. There was interesting ways that teams were starting to pick areas.
Absolutely.
That one round where Maniac just waited for the smoke to pop on CT at B, and then straight out and killed the guy on the boost. I thought that was cool. Little adjustments like that is really interesting to see, and I enjoyed the change of pace in the overtimes.
Yeah, I just have to highlight Alex. Huge player throughout that game. It was kind of like a slow build during the regular time. Well done, Alex. Very proud of you. But no, him and Mistio as well on the CT side, playing in between kind of, I guess, Graveyard and Pit. Really well done. Actually enjoyed that game thoroughly from him.
Yeah, no, solid work from the front. I mean, this has to be an acknowledgement towards LDLC as well as anything else. I mean...
I think it's also a show that Astralis don't have that much depth yet. Yes, they are good, incredibly good individual players, but I don't know if we can say as a collective they are completely ready on Inferno. I think a lot of people jumped to that a little early. I think we're still seeing a lot of testing the waters here.
Were people suggesting Astralis were kind of
They're picking it up, I think. There are people who are looking at it as a strong
well, they had a good game versus NIP right at Las Vegas. They were relatively competent there, but who knows how much NIP had played or if it's just a Gambit pick, which is what we thought at the time.
Don't forget about that,
the Joker pick
from MSL.
Yeah, but I think this was a good display in the sense of we got to see a lot of rounds, so you got to see a lot of diversity and teams trying new things because that's what it is. It's a learning experience for everyone, and I really like to thank Matt for continuing to call it Diggity.
Dedication.
Okay, so he's calling Quad Diggity now.
Yes, he is.
Have we ever explored where Diggity came from, or is that just not for now?
It's not needed right now, Alex.
It's not because
not a story for today.
I have approximately 3 hours left until I have to get up for my flight, and so on that bombshell, let's start walking you through how things are going to be going, of course, both today and towards the future games in North America. Mouse Sports did manage to pick up both, and it was really pleasantly surprising for both us and, of course, for the Mouse Sports fans, getting to see a team that does lose their star still shine quite bright
Cheers
tonight.
were heard around the world, I believe, Alex.
Absolutely. And Astralis, though it was a cough and a splutter towards the end, they did cross the line in both, in Overpass and Inferno. LDLC really, really pushing the defending world champions from the major over on Inferno, the newest addition to the map pool. And here are our standings. This is when you have an opportunity just to see how well Mouse Sports do stand. Only 1 conceded loss so far as we're heading into week 3. Big stuff from them. And on the other end of the table, Lauren, I mean, NIP and G2 have not won a single game. I'm sure that's rather absurd to read.
Yeah, it feels like, it's still the early season, it's still early in this sort of thing, but it's starting to get into the real meat of things. So these guys do need to start picking up these results.
Yeah, keep your eyes on them. And I'll tell you what, if I had to choose one to look out for, FaZe. 3 for 3, but Nico's on his way.
Yep.
You know what? You don't actually have to wait that long now to hang around for these North American
You're right, they're
matches.
on their way.
Yep.
So stay tuned. don't go to bed because we're going to see my boys, the Renegades, with the addition of Ada, taking on Cloud_9.
So he's going to be playing on high ping, right?
No.
Or is he over there already?
He'll be over there because he was in Las Vegas.
So he's still just sticking around?
Yeah, I guess he probably didn't go home.
I didn't know. I mean, he could have gone home.
No, he's hanging about.
He's
They're
going to
using him
Detroit.
for. I don't know exactly what the plan is. I know they're using him. They tweeted that they'll be using him for upcoming.
Okay, so he's hanging around in Michigan and doing his thing there.
Yep.
Cool. So we get to see Atta versus Cloud9 and some more goodies. That's coming up in a couple of hours right here on this very stream. So you can go ahead and catch North American Counter-Strike while we head over to some attempted sleep. With all of that said, guys, this has been an absolute pleasure. We are not coming back next week. That's, of course, because Intel Extreme Masters Katowice is going down. So you will have lots of Counter-Strike to watch and indulge in. However, it will not be on this stream for, of course, the Pro League. That'll be joining you the week following. All right, that's it from myself, Chad, Lauren, Henry, and Matt. We've had a blast, and of course, everyone in the production as well. We'll see you not next week, the one after, for some more of the same.